What's up, everybody? We are live. I was supposed to do a live podcast with a very cool female Mopar enthusiast tonight, but um, she was sick, and as you can hear, I also have a cold. So I let her off the hook, and I said we'll reschedule for like next week or something. But it's going to be a really good show. I'm really excited about that one. A little disappointed. I I woke up sick on Thursday morning, and I was like, man, I hope I can push through. So all day long, I've been taking cold medicine, trying to feel a little bit better and not sound as congested. But as you can see, didn't really work out as I had planned. Um, for those of you watching, if you could do me a huge favor, if you don't already subscribe to Talking Mopars podcast on YouTube, please do me a favor and go subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to be qualified for the No Name Nationals, and I was called out by Dustin Ransom, also known as Dutch Guy's Garage, and he doesn't have 500 subs either. So I guess if you feel like it, you can go subscribe to him too. But um, more importantly, I needed to get to 500 just so that that's one less thing I need to excuse me, worry about. So yes, guys, what's up, everybody? Um, yeah, I am. Hey, Dean, what's up, buddy? Paulie, what's up? Scott, what's up, buddy? Yeah, I'm very close to the 500 that I need to be eligible for the No Name Nationals. If you don't know what the No Name Nationals is, you can always go back and listen to the live episode I did with John Wilburn. Um, basically, in how can I say this? I'm a little foggy tonight, folks. So give me a break. John Wilburn has joined forces with the AHRA to basically put on this event at Jeffers Raceway Park in Sikeston, Missouri, September 30th and October 1st. It is a um, it's an event for YouTube content creators with 500 plus subscribers to basically have fun and drag race each other. There's also going to be a car show and other little mini events within this event, but my main focus is the drag racing part. And I was going to cover the event anyway, but I had somebody call me out. So at the time, I didn't have a car specifically for this event, but I was already kind of working a deal with my buddy Scott from Heaven's Mopars. Go subscribe to his channel as well. And I thought, you know what, that car would be perfect for the No Name Nationals. So I was able to answer the call out, and I have every intention of bringing the dumpster fire, the 1973 Plymouth Roadrunner that I just bought from Scott from Heaven's Mopars, um, to Sikeston. I keep getting questions about, what the car is going to have in it. As of right now, I am going to get the 318 running, and I'm going to send that thing to the moon with nitrous. I've been consulting a lot of people that I know that know more about nitrous systems than I do, and that know more about small block Mopars and how capable they are of high power and things. High power, how capable they are of withstanding um, forced induction. So I've been looking at superchargers, turbochargers, but the cheapest, easiest route for me is going to be nitrous. And I think that I don't want to say exactly how much nitrous I plan on running, but it's a lot. And I'm not too scared to send this 318 all the way to the moon. uh, I'm pretty I'm pretty stoked about it. This is an open house. I'm gonna post. I see Ruben's in the house. What's up, buddy? Um, Mostly old parts and rust. What's up? Trevor, what's up? Miles, what's up? Thank you all for supporting the show and my channel. I appreciate it. I'm going to throw the link to this chat in the comment section. Feel free to jump on, and we will chat. We will talk Mopars. So there's the link to the chat. Hey, yeah, Brian, Nas. I'm gonna need Nos, and I'm gonna need it by tonight. I just, there's I could bring a naturally aspirated 318 to Sykeston, but where's the fun in that? If I'm going to go, like Dustin, my competition just said, might as well go for broke. Brian is in the house from Dust Devil Garage. Let's bring him on screen. Brian,
What's up? What's up?
not a whole lot, just hanging out here on Friday night. What's
Trying
up
to
with
get you up to that 500.
Yeah, we're close. We're very close. We're gonna have to get Dustin up there too. I got a guy who called me out, and neither one of us have 500 subscribers. So I think I'll get there before him. So that's the
Well,
first race.
hopefully you can handle more than one call out. That's all I'm saying.
We'll see what happens. I have to see what happens with this 318. if that is the actual engine that I take. I have a few different options, I'll say that, but the 318 is my fail safe. So I have to get that running and know that it is ready to go, and then I can explore some other options, because I've had a lot of people that keep telling me just big block swap it, big block swap it. What everybody doesn't understand is this event is going to cost me so much to even get to that I have to everything's got to be on a shoestring budget. So if that means I have to take a 318 and just throw as much nitrous at it as I can, that's what I'm going to do. So
yeah, that's understandable.
Yeah, it's going to be fun no matter what. My big win is going to be just bringing the car to Sykeston. If I can get there and I can start it up, drive it off the trailer, and make one pass, that's a win for me, win or lose at the finish line. Of course, ideally, I don't plan on going to Sykeston to lose. So that's why I'm fully prepared to send this 318 to the moon.
So how are you still thinking about shipping the car, or is it going to end up being cheaper for you to drive it out there, or what?
It's going to, after laying it all out and talking to some of the shippers that I was talking to for Mopars, it's going to be cheaper for me just to trailer it out, depending on, of course, the price of gas. But gas is so expensive here.
It's going to go down. It'll go down by then. John Wilbert even said, I mean, he made a really good point. That's only a couple of months away from the midterm election. So, all them politicians are going to do whatever they can to get gas to go down so they can all take the credit for it.
Yeah, I'm just after looking at it, I realized that I'm probably going to save at least $1,000 just trailering it myself. And I really don't care about the wear and tear on my car or anything like that.
What are you going to tow it out with, though?
My Durango.
To tow it out with? Oh, okay.
Tow with my Durango. Yeah, I'll be able to. The plan is to leave. I have Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then the following Monday and Tuesday off. And I think I can make the drive in 2.5 days, because I'm going to leave on Tuesday night after work and try to get as far as I can. I think I can make it to probably Boise, Idaho before I'm ready to just pass out, because if that's after driving all day and then jumping in the car and towing the Roadrunner, I'm going to try to make it to Boise, and from there I think I might be able to make it to Utah, and then from there make the last leg to Sykeston. The plan is to do an 8-hour drive the first night, and then hopefully 14 or 16 hours the next day, and then have like a 10 or 12-hour drive. Because according to all the maps that I've used, it's basically 1 day plus 8 hours. So what is that? 32 hours or something like that.
Yeah.
So it's a big drive. That's why I was trying to convince Johnny Mopar. I wanted to fly him up to Washington to help me co-pilot so I could have some company, but he denied me. He rejected me.
What?
Yeah, he rejected me, and that's fine. I get it. He doesn't like to fly. That's what he told me. So
we'll have him drive up. How far is it for him to drive up?
it's a drive. Really? It's a drive. But I'm gonna do it regardless. So I'll just it's gonna be fun content. I offered some other people to fly him up and drive out, but we'll see what happens. Scott, yes, Caravan. If you end up driving, dude. My route takes me through Boise, so you'd have to go south to meet me in Boise, but hopefully we can run into some other people that are heading to Sykeston too. And
that would be the way to do it. That honestly, and I mean, because you got to think, if you get like 4 or 5 guys running through, like if you're going to be running through Phoenix, I don't know if you are or not. I don't know if you're trip.
No.
But you know what I mean? If you get everybody and then you get a caravan going, if somebody has problems, you got everybody there to help, you know.
Yeah. I hope there's a caravan. I know that I talked to John about it, and so far I am the farthest registered person away from the track, so I'll be
Well,
making the
you
longest
know
trek.
them. You used to be over the road truck driver, did you? You know all them tricks to stay awake, right?
Oh, I'll stay awake. There's no doubt about that. Now, I did wonder after a day of driving if I could go longer than 8 hours, but I
you.
don't I don't
Oh, I
want it
don't
to be
know.
I don't want it to be to the point where the next 2 days I'm just so exhausted. I would rather do 8 hours, get into Boise or wherever I'm gonna be, camp out at a rest area for the night, and then hit it hard the next day, and then hopefully have a little bit lighter day on the third day. Or actually, technically that would be the second day, because I want to be in Sykeston Thursday night. That way I can get a good night's sleep, and that way I'm not tired as hell, trying to
Well,
race this
yeah, and
car and
you need
shit.
to get there and set up your pit area and everything. I mean,
Yeah,
however you're going to do that. That's
I'm
why I'm
hope.
glad he's letting us come in on Thursday because we can go in there and set up, and we don't have to
Yeah,
worry about scrambling around when you're half awake on Friday morning.
yeah, that would be ideal. I'd like to get I'm sure our pits are going to be pretty crazy. It's going to be a party.
I hope he can put us all close to each other. It's going to be fun.
I think it's a matter of first come first serve. So it's a race to
I
get to
hope not.
Sykeston.
I hope not because I'm going to try to talk to him. I've been trying to talk him into this. He's going out at the end of
Yeah,
the month, and he's going to map out the whole area where the pit and everything's going to be. And I'm like, it's real easy. Just put numbers on every one of them,
yeah,
and then
yeah.
assign a person a number. Because he's wanting to keep. Like he said, there's going to be a loud side and a quiet side. So he's trying to keep us separated. And I'm like, well, the best way to do that is just say, here's your number. This is your pit. Number,
Yeah.
because he's wanting to keep.
What's up, Ruben?
What's going on, man?
Ruben, fix your stuff.
Quiet side.
Oh, noob. Keep us separated. You act like you never done this before.
First day, sorry.
First day. I'm new.
Yeah, it's gonna be a blast no matter what. If we could only convince Johnny Mopar to go, I can't. Nothing I do, nothing I say.
Not going.
I did talk to somebody. I don't know if he wants me to put him on blast yet, but he's like, "Should I call out Johnny Mopar?" And I was like, "Yes, absolutely, call him out."
I did. I called him out back when this thing was new, and
Gosh.
I was pretty much calling him out, and he just.
I mean,
I guess I could understand. He's with his family and stuff, and
I talked to Johnny last week, and because we rented that RV, and I said we got one more spot, dude. And he goes, "No, I appreciate it, man." He goes, "But really," he goes, "I'm not going, man." And I texted him back, and I said, "There's literally only one reason I could ever think that you would still go to Duct Tape over No Name." I go, "Are you running Freiburger for Pinks to get Mayhem back?"
Have they even announced Duct Tape yet?
Mm-mm.
They still haven't announced Duct Tape yet.
What if they canceled it because of No Name?
I think the date's going to change. I will go on record as saying that right now that the date for Duct Tape is going to change. It's probably going to be later in the month. Awesome. You'll be able to go to both of them, Ruben.
That'd be awesome.
What's up, Dustin?
Dustin, nice to meet you, man. I'm Ruben. I've watched you on a lot of lives, man. While I was in the hospital.
I had to fix my screen. It froze a minute. What's up?
What's up, man? I've been watching you for a month.
Oh, thanks.
Hell yeah. So everybody watching this, go subscribe to Dustin's channel, Dutch Guy's Garage. That way we can actually race. And see who gets tattooed. I plan on, if I lose, I will get Richard Petty's 43 somewhere on my body. I can't guarantee where, but I figure if I see that, and let me be honest here, I'm getting this car good to go for this first event, but this is going to be the trial run because I plan on bringing even more to the second annual No Name Nationals. This may be my favorite event. Once we get the ball rolling, Dustin, you're going to be the test. You're going to be the test dummy, dude. I'm taking this Roadrunner out, and if it blows, I know what works and what doesn't, and it will not be going to Sykeston a second time with a small block. I'll tell you that. because I do have this 451. I just don't know if I can fit it into the budget to get it ready. I did some calculation. I still need $2,000 worth of parts. So I was like,
what parts are you talking about here? That you need $2,000 worth of parts.
I need a forged crank. I need a good carb. I need heads. And then depending on what heads I go with, if they're not complete, if they're just the bare heads, then I gotta, spray.
Well, do you have a big block? Do you have a big block 727?
No, it'll be a 833. It's always going to be a stick. I've wanted a 3-pedal car for a long time. Win or lose, I want to shift the fucking thing. So that's what we're gonna do. So hopefully I don't miss shift. Could you imagine? I'm kicking Dustin's ass and just fucking miss shift. Oh man. There's a lot of things that could go wrong here.
You got the advantage because I've never done this 8th mile stuff. We only have quarter miles over here, so this is a whole different gearing.
I've been talking to some people about it. I'm like, look, this is 8th mile. This ain't no quarter mile shit. I need to make sure I can get traction immediately. And with the 3-speed, I'm trying to figure out, because I've never even driven one. I don't know if it's going to be crossing as I'm going into 3rd. Or I have no idea. I don't even know what the gear ratios are. I got to do a bunch of research on this and figure it out because I don't want to go. I mean, Dustin, we're going there to put on a show.
You might not even hit 3rd gear, dude. You might just be 1-2.
That's another thing. If it's going to be in 2nd, I have to have it just.
Well, it depends on what you want to do with the car too. Is it going to be it's probably not going to be a dedicated race car, but if you're going street strip, you got to figure out which you're going to go more of, street or strip.
Well, I talked to my wife about that because when I got the car, I was excited because I was like, well, the truck, my wife isn't too comfortable with my daughter riding in that truck. So I was like, I don't want to get into it. Okay. But I totally would. I'd throw the car seat in there and let's rock and roll. But I got excited when the Roadrunner came around because I was like, oh, cool. We can throw a back seat in. I can get the interior nice for the family. And my wife said, you've always been talking about having a race car, so why don't you just make it your race car? And I was like, well, I mean, okay.
You still got the boogie van, too. And that's another thing you got to think of, too. Your little girl ain't going to be little bitty forever.
No.
And you're going to probably keep that Mr. Norm truck till you die.
Probably. I was actually... I was like, God, could you imagine if I just sold the Mr. Norm truck and then just put like a 2nd-gen Hemi, a stroker Hemi in that thing and said, hey, Dustin, here's that 318 for you, buddy. and then I woke up and said, hell no, I'm not selling that truck. Watch me go to Sykeston, sell that truck, go to Sykeston, still lose, and then not only have a loss, but also be without my truck. I'd kill myself.
Yeah. I sent you that link. Did you see that link that I sent you for that small block tunnel ram?
Yes, I did. There's also one.
$400.
There's also one on eBay.
I'm sure that. Much?
Well, it's at 200 now. Well, It was this morning.
I've been waiting on that.
There's still 6 days left. I'm probably gonna go in there and put a max bid on it just to see if I get it. But that thing's probably gonna go. It's an old Edelbrock, so it'll probably go for 6+. And this is a tight budget, dude. I'm not kidding when I say that.
Oh, I know. Believe me, I know all about
the
budget. I know all about the budget. I'm going through the budget myself.
I checked the car to see if it was a Sure Grip. It's not, so I got to get a Sure Grip for it. It does have a 489 case. There's just tires because I want good tires on the thing. There's a lot of things to consider, but when I realized that, okay, maybe I'll build it more for track stuff. Like I want it to be streetable, don't get me wrong, but I would love to have something that I can take to the local track and stuff too. And if I ever do move to Texas, there's a lot of racing in Texas, so that would be a lot of fun. So I am going to set it up more of a let me put it this way, it's going to Sykeston and race trim for a budget race trim. This is going to be a ratty, totally budget. Any guy could build this type of car. Because I want the people that see this shit, I want them to go, okay, it's not like this guy has a bunch of money, can just throw a bunch of money at a car.
Well,
I want this to be realistic.
People are weird. When they see you on a screen, they automatically think you got all kinds of money. It's like, man, come on, I still pay child support.
I should say this because I'm gonna get a lot of flack for this. I know it. So, hey, Josh from Throttle. I'm going to get a lot of flack for this, but I said for a long time that I would never sell out and do sponsors that weren't automotive related. But I just got approved for a huge advertising firm through my podcast host that is going to allow me to finally monetize the podcast itself, which I haven't been able to do yet, really. Now, that could be a game changer because some of the figures I was running, if they decide that Talking Mopars is the type of channel that they'd want to pay for ads for, but there's some serious money in it. You know, I opened everything. I said, I want the maximum number of ad spots and all that stuff. Because, I mean, between us, if somebody was to listen to the podcast and go, okay, I know this is where Chris does 3 minutes of ads, let's just skip ahead. You know what I mean? I'm still getting paid. So yeah. I had to think about that. Obviously, there's certain things that I definitely wouldn't advertise, but there's certain things that I would. Boner pills. I always said I wouldn't do boner pills. Screw that. I will absolutely advertise boner pills. 100%.
I've been listening to a lot of Joe Rogan, and I'm like, damn, dude, you do the same thing I do on my lives, except you're sitting there getting high and talking to a lot more interesting people than I know.
I was thinking,
even though I do know some interesting people, I mean, I'm not going to get Quentin Tarantino on my live. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for me, like that, the celebrity thing doesn't do anything for me. I like stuff like this way better, especially since I know. You know, I'll be able to shake your hand. I'll be able to shake Dustin's hand, Ruben's hand, everybody that goes to Sykeston. I'll be able to shake their hands and be like, hey, these are my friends. You know, unlike watching Joe Rogan, I'm never going to shake Quentin Tarantino's hand and go, yeah, I smoked a joint with that guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not that I smoke weed.
Now, here's the thing, though. You're advertising because are you going to be limited on your YouTube stuff with your advertising, or?
What do you mean?
I just don't know how the whole thing works. I know Joe Rogan. Like I said, that's a podcast I've been listening to. Because, but he said when he went to StreamYard or went to Spotify, he's only able to keep up a certain amount of stuff on YouTube.
Yeah, because he has an exclusive contract with my podcast host. I don't. The cool thing about what we're basically doing right now is that whoever decides to run ads on my show will get multi-beneficial thing. Because if I have to do a host read live ad, then I would be doing ads before I even kicked off the live stream, which would be ads on the live on both YouTube and Facebook, as well as on the audio of the podcast. So they're actually getting more for their money.
So what would you just have like a button you could push and it plays the ad? Like
if it's host read, if it's host read, then I would just wait for a good moment midway through the broadcast and be like, "Hey, Brian, have you ever thought?"
I'd totally go through it with you too. I would. I'd ham it up. I'd help you out.
Brian, have you ever had problems performing?
Brian, I know you're getting into your late 40s. Maybe these boner pills are for you.
Oh man!
I'll be like, I will think about that, and have my wife say something in the background. Yeah, that'd be great. I'd help you.
Use the promo code Talk Mopars for 10% off. No, it'll be good. I kept thinking about it, and I was like, this show will ultimately be better if I can get more money, because the more money I can get, the cooler places I can go. Ideally, it would get to the point where I move to Texas. I have a real studio, and I can actually fly people in. That would be
awesome. and do like a Joe Rogan thing where you're sitting there and
and hopefully by then, you know, if I have enough money, I'll have a nice little studio with some cars and shit. You know, because I get jealous when I see like you and Ruben, you got your cars in the background. I get jealous. I got a couch. I got a couch back here. So hopefully,
I've just been in the shop so much lately. That's where I've been doing all my lives from.
Yeah.
This is the first Friday I haven't been in the shop, but I had to sleep.
Update on the Roadrunner. I found out I've been recording some videos which are going to be released soon. They're in post-production.
You need to get that stuff out on YouTube.
I know I have a couple right now. The problem was I have one that's ready to go, but then I realized there's a video that I should do before that, which is me going and getting the car and stuff, because I have a bunch of content from after I got it home. And I recently discovered, upon further once I was cleaning it out and stuff, I was like, oh, this thing has had some sort of electrical meltdown because the fuse panel, part of it's melted, and it actually, I don't know what happened, but it melted part of the gas pedal. So I have to look into wiring. I hate wiring, so I need to figure out. And I already bought it. Scott told me it needed an engine harness, so I just bought an engine harness from Classic Industries, and I thought that was going to be the only electrical thing, and then I found the meltdown. So I'm like, shit. So now I got to look into that.
The thing you should do is bypass the amp meter, dude.
That's what I had to do on the
black and the red wire. The black and the red wire, the two red wires that go in there. Disconnect them. Just hook them together, dude.
I had when I had the gauge cluster restored for the Mr. Norm truck, I had them fireproof the ammeter. So the ammeter works perfect and it's fireproof now. I'll probably end up bypassing the ammeter in that thing if that's how it's set up. To be honest with you, I haven't looked at it to see how close it is to my truck, but I'm pretty familiar with the wiring in at least the trucks. And I'm hoping that that knowledge kind of transfers over to the cars. But if this is going to be a race car, I also thought about just yanking everything out. Heater gone, everything gone, except for absolutely necessary things to keep it street legal.
Well, that's the thing. I don't have wipers on mine, but you got to have wipers up there.
Oh,
in the north.
Yeah,
you guys get rain constantly.
I have experimented because for a minute my truck did not have wipers.
You can drive faster.
I just sprayed Rain-X on my windshield, and it actually worked really good considering the type of rain we get up here. Really? I was really impressed. I was like, okay, as long as I keep it above 50 miles an hour, it blows the rain right off. So
I lived in Portland for a while. Yeah, it rains a lot up there.
That's pretty crazy. Yeah, I can't wait to get out.
I almost wish I lived there now, though, so I could come up helping you work on your shit.
That would be cool. Hey, man, I have dreams of moving to Texas and having a shop big enough where it's like, the HQ and shit, where we can have all sorts of fun activity. If I had Joe Rogan money, do you know what kind of shit we would be doing right now?
Look at Scott. He's apologizing. He gave you such a good deal on that car. Scott, you're lucky he's got a wire in it.
Yeah, Scott.
He's so nice. That's why. I love Scott, but I wish I would have been called up by a bigger asshole, because then I could really. I just can't bring myself to say anything bad about Scott.
It's tough. When Dustin called me out, I was like, well, I don't have a problem with Dustin, so I guess we'll just have to amp up the friendly shit talking just to. I want it to be an entertaining race. That's why I was like, oh, it'll be fun. Who else is racing for a tattoo right now? Nobody. Okay. We also don't have stacks of cash. If we had stacks of cash, it might be a different story. It might be.
Yeah.
But.
There's no way in hell I'm putting a blown budget tattoo on my ass.
I still need to look into tattoo artists because I would.
You wouldn't have to worry about that though, Ruben.
He'd be putting a Muscle City Madness.
He'd be having a skull.
I designed the perfect tramp stamp. It'd be the skull with that fucking barbed wire shit coming out.
He hasn't been on any lives or anything. What is he? Having problems? I don't like the guy, but I don't want anything bad to happen.
I noticed that too. Okay. I noticed that too, and I messaged him yesterday. I was like, "Hey, dude, it's your competitor." I was like, "Everything all right?" And I guess he's just been swamped with work, man. So.
Oh, okay. I'm waiting for him to come on live because I'm gonna be like, "Look, dude, I got 100 on Ruben and 100 on the Gap."
The Gap. Oh, I'm putting nitrous on Mr. High, dude. There's,
I hope they have a way to fill bottles there.
Mr. Hyde will be in the 12s. He'll be deep in the 12s.
I've done a lot of research on what 318s are capable of.
They're not. I mean, 400 horsepower out of a 318 is pretty easy.
Somebody in our community named Patrick, who has a 600 horsepower turbo car, told me that thing will handle 300 shots. I was like, 300? Oh man. So he said 300. I'm gonna stud it. I'm gonna put some good head gaskets on it. I definitely need a good clutch, good tires.
See, that's
going to be progressive.
Lose me at. That's where you're going to be a progressive system. Clutch and stuff.
I'm excited about it, to be honest. I don't know. I've seen old videos of like Dandy Dick Landy just banging gears. I don't know. It looks fun. That's like when they used to be gangsters at drag racing, and now it's like fucking air shifters and all this shit.
Well, it's not just that. They used to actually be entertainers, and that's a great thing about this event. Is okay, yeah, we don't have Discovery backing us, but everybody there is an entertainer of some kind, you know.
I really want to throw the bat signal out and see if we can get some backup girls to show up. I would love to do an arm drop against Dustin
Who was saying that? That was saying somebody was talking about
you read my mind now, Chris. I was like, dude, backup girls, man. We need backup girls at this event. And you just
an
said
all girls car club was supposed to be getting in touch with somebody. I saw it on a live. I don't know who said it though. I've been watching too many lives lately.
Yeah, this event's going to be a lot of fun. I really think anybody that's not going is going to be missing out, especially if they have a channel and they're trying to grow. I was talking to Wilburn about it. I was like, dude, this is like more so than just getting to meet or getting to race and have a good time. It's like the ultimate networking. You're probably going to be on everybody else's channel because everybody's going to be recording content. It's going to be the biggest cross posting in what we do ever.
You've registered, right, Chris?
Oh yeah, I'm in. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. Well, you saw the end of it. That guy Buzz from Roadkill Customs. He's going to be helping people out as far as getting your YouTube channel and shit like that. He's been into that for fucking ever.
Who is that guy?
I don't know. He said he did it for a living all the way through there.
It's from Roadkill Customs. I've heard of it before. I thought it was the media page, but I could be wrong. But he did mention something about a podcast.
Yeah, he's wanting to do a podcast. Hell, he may be able to help you out with some of that shit too, you know.
Or I could help him for helping me.
Something.
Yeah, no, I definitely want to talk to him because if he has experience with marketing and stuff. Because this morning I looked at my subscriber count; it was like 320 something. And me being the type of person I am, I was like, I wonder what a little guerrilla marketing campaign could do for the channel and see if I can get up to 500 today. So I cross-posted on a few different groups, and all of a sudden the subscriber count started going up quite a bit.
Well, you were up to 490, and this is something that all these people, I don't know how many people are in here right now, but this is what everybody has to understand. It's a big deal. If you subscribe to somebody, at least go to one of their videos and do a thumbs up or put in some kind of comment. Because I saw it's the same thing that happened to me. I saw happen to you today, Chris. You were up to 490.
Yeah.
And then when YouTube sees you get big gains like that, they go and they look, okay, you know, because there's a big there's a whole thing on YouTube because people were doing it. They were doing sub for sub, and they had these big sub for sub groups. And YouTube doesn't like people doing that. And so they'll go, and if it's an account that hasn't put something, you know, if you haven't given a thumbs up or something or made a comment, those go away. And I saw at least 20 of your subs go away while I was refreshing your page trying to get an accurate count.
I thought it was Dustin like reaching out to people going, hey, unsubscribe from that shit.
No, and the thing is, it happened to me, and that's why I kind of mentioned, hey, do a live tonight, because anybody that did sub to Wilburn's live, if they're here, if anybody subbed from John Wilburn's live tonight, just throw up a message, just like say hi in the chat, and yours will come back, because when I lost all of mine, I picked up like 30.
Wow.
One night off of one of Wilburn's lives, lost them all that night. Well, a couple of days later, I did a live, and a lot of those people came into my live, and as soon as they commented, boom, I was getting subs back like you wouldn't believe.
Interesting.
So yeah, I am almost 100% convinced that you have to, if somebody subs, you have to at least take 2 seconds to throw a thumbs up on one of their videos or throw out a comment.
Interesting.
Very cool. I had a question for 25 by 30 garage said he is also in Phoenix. Who's in Phoenix? That's what I was wondering.
Yeah, Ruben's down there.
25 by 30. He was on Ryan's live earlier. He was kind of in and out. I think he was having issues. I think he just started his channel.
Leighton Welding, what's up, dude?
Going on.
You're out in Arkansas?
Yes, sir. Actually, seen your post on Facebook. I think it might have been Ratty Mopars or something.
Yeah.
I seen no names. I said I gotta find this guy on YouTube. Him, see if he goes live.
Are you going to the No Name Nationals? You got any plans for that?
I've got a buddy that's going to be going, and I'm probably going to go spectate.
Nice.
Depending on the job situation.
Yeah.
Because I'm about to be changing jobs, so I really don't know what it's going to hold that weekend, but I'll see what comes up.
You got some Mopar projects or what?
I've actually got a 79 Dodge Aspen coming. Hopefully this week. And the motor's right back there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you'll want to subscribe to Dutch there. Dutch Guy's Garage.
Yeah,
that's all he does.
Wait, it's a little 318 I pulled out of an RV.
Nice.
That's a good way to do it.
Paid $200 for the RV. Took a track out, knocked the top of it off, pulled the motor out.
Nice.
That's the problem with the RVs is getting rid of the RV when you're done.
I went to an auction about 3 weeks ago and actually bought a 93 Dodge Dakota, paid $240 for it. Fuel pump, tires, runs great. I drive to work every day now.
Wow. Square body Dakotas, you said 92?
93. Yeah.
93? Yeah, those are, I want another one of those.
It's a good
I love those little trucks.
What I use. But there was an RV there, and I started to bid on it, and I wish I would have now. It sold for $100, and then it had a 440.
Shit.
And
that's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm hoping I can.
And it's actually still sitting there, so I'm gonna give it a little bit longer to see if they come get it, and I'm gonna go back up there and say, "Look, I will pay whatever this guy paid for it, get him his money back, and I'll take it off your hands."
There have been a lot of RVs popping up on local ads and stuff up here, but it's funny because you look at them and you can tell they're like old tweaker dens that the tweakers just couldn't get running. And like they just died and they're like, they need a couple $100 to get their fix or whatever. So they're hawking these RVs, which is crazy because being a van guy, the whole cab is van. So you can get all sorts of good stuff, seats, dashes, dog houses, things like that. And if you get lucky enough to find one with a RV, or a 440 in it, then you get the mounts. I think the mounts will work on a van, and all that stuff. But I was also told, I think it was on one of your lives, Brian. I asked if truck big block mounts would work for a van, and the consensus said they would. So,
I think it was Jed that said that.
Was it Jed? That really got me going because no one could give me a straight answer on that. So. Now that I have that answer, I would love to big block swap my van. That'd be sweet. Gas mileage would suck, but that's all right.
Yeah, I've actually got, it's not really, I guess you'd say a true Mopar, but I've got a 65 AMC Ambassador.
Cool.
And I just got to look, and it's got Chrysler logos all over it. Well, it's
yeah.
On it.
How do you guys feel about that? There's a lot of people that say AMCs aren't true Mopars and they shouldn't even be considered in the family of Mopars. How do you guys feel about that?
To me, it's mixed, honestly, because it's AMC's. You know, it was started with Nash and I think if I'm wrong, correct me on it. But you know, it's kind of like one of them cars that I think had all the parts thrown at it to build a car.
Yeah.
That's what I've always heard about AMCs. It's just a random parts thrown together. But
well, they had a lot of their own stuff. That's what a lot of people don't understand. They did have a lot of their own stuff, like their motors. They used the 727 and 904 transmissions, but you can't just pull an AMC. The bell housing and everything is different. It's just the inside of the transmission that's the same.
Yeah.
So basically, it's an AMC torque flight.
And this one, it's got a straight 6 in it. I got it running. Has pretty good miss on it. But told my buddy he got the Aspen. I was like, I want that car. And I'd already bought some stuff for an SRT4 Neon swap. I said, look, I'll give you all that stuff back. You can part this Neon out, get the Rambler, and I want that car. So hopefully, depending on his work situation, he'll get it to me this weekend. But if not, it'll be next weekend or so. But I'm ready for it. I'm ready to get started on it and get a little bit.
I think Aspens are going to be the new budget cars to be building for the foreseeable future.
I doubt that. You can't even find. I don't know where you guys are finding these petty kit cars. If I could find one for a good price, I probably would have bought one myself. Every F body that I've run across gets swooped up like that, and they're very few and far between. The last one I saw was actually this lady whose husband died. I did some videos on the stuff she had. She had like a petty blue satellite that had a cage in it and shit for $900 that I wish I would have bought. But they had I forget what year, but it was a Roadrunner, orange, black, and it was complete. I looked inside and there was just mouse shit everywhere, and I was like, "How much do you want for this car?" And she's like, $1,200. And at the time, I was really considering the satellite, and then the satellite got sold, and then I was like, "Well, what about the Roadrunner?" And I walked to the other side of the house, and that was gone too. She's like, "I sold that too." I was like, "Damn it," because it was complete. Those were two cars that I missed out on. But if I had gotten either one of those, I wouldn't have been able to get the Roadrunner, and I'm pretty happy with the Roadrunner. So,
whoa, Mopar Al's in the house.
Mopar Al.
We got a big old channel in here.
Mopar Al, hop in, man.
Yeah.
Throw down a link. You got another link?
This is an open house. Everybody's invited. Let me post another link in the chat. Feel free to come on. Got it. That cough medicine really jacks you up, doesn't it?
Someone asked if the RVs have different cams. I was told they do. I really don't know.
I don't know, but that's the first thing I'd change out of any of those motors. Cam would be the first thing I would change. A lot of people say change pistons, but I'm not going to.
The odometer on the RV, I don't know how accurate it was, but it only had like 45,000 on the odometer, but you know how it is.
Well, yeah, that's what happened with those. These guys bought them, think, oh, we're going to be making trips with the family and blah, blah, blah. And they'd make one trip, and it's like they realize, I really don't like my family that much. So they get parked, and they never get used.
Yeah. True.
I actually had that motor out there running before I pulled it. So I know it was a good motor.
That's good. Scott told me that the 318 turns, and I was going to do a video on that tomorrow, just to make sure. I need a carb. And that's another thing. I'm like, okay, I have a Holley 600 laying around, so I may just use that just to get it done. But I want something bigger. I need to look more into the nitrous setup because obviously you don't want it to run out too rich or too lean, and there's just so much involved. But it's going to have a separate fuel system. That's what I've decided, because if there is a no name 2, which I hope there is, I definitely want to try to get the 451 in there. And the 451, I had bought the parts with the intentions of putting nitrous on it. So it's got forged internals, with the exception of the crankshaft that I haven't bought yet. But I was going to get a forged crank, and I just wanted it to be bulletproof. And I had talked with my buddy who's the machinist that was going to build it for me, and we were talking about 250 shots, and hopefully NA the thing would probably have around 550. So we were I told him I just wanted it to destroy Hellcats. So he's like, oh yeah, we'll build it NA over 500, and then we'll throw some nitrous at it. And I was like, all right, build it for nitrous. And so we got forged pistons, H-beam rods. I got to look into the cam though, because it was a cam that he had on the shelf for years. But if I'm going to build it for nitrous, I'm probably going to go see what kind of nitrous friendly cams are out there for big block Mopars.
Well, I'll tell you, and
there
I
wasn't
really
a lot when we looked.
No,
really don't want to tell you, but I'll tell you. That motor that Scott's got, the one sitting in there that I'm hopefully gonna be getting from him, that's a forged crank motor.
Does it? You're getting what motor are you getting from him?
The one he's got that he was going to put in the Duster. He said he's pulling one out of his dad's truck, and
really,
if we could work that out, but if we can't work it out, yeah, that's a forged crank motor.
Sweet.
All you got to do is look for a 440 with a skinny harmonic balancer.
Is that the giveaway?
Yep.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, you could tell because the most of the motorhome ones got a harmonic balancer about that thick.
Yeah. Interesting.
Skinny harmonic balancer, and it should have 6-pack rods in it too. But
sweet. Yeah, I just need the crank and some heads, and then I can go from there. Then it's just the nickel and dime shit, because then I have to I got the
I know.
Big block mounts. It bothers me that it's always the nickel and dime shit, because I have most of the big stuff. You know what I mean? That's why I was considering selling all the 451 stuff that I had, and just finding I was advised to go find a running big block, because the big blocks can handle nitrous a lot easier than the small blocks. And they're like, dude, you can go find a running 440 and just throw as much nitrous at it as you want, 250, 300, and it'll probably take it for a couple of runs anyway. And that's all I need, Dustin.
That's what I'm going to try. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm going to try to find out.
Mm-hmm.
I decided to buy 35 spline axles this week so I can put what center chuck we think we're going to put in there right now.
So is that car really more for autocross? That's what you're building it for, and you're just going to set it up for this strip this one time, or what?
All right, where I live, we live like halfway between two big cities.
Yeah.
And if we go 20 minutes this way, there's an SCCA road course. Or if we go 20 minutes this way, there's the biggest drag strip in Michigan. So I have something I can do every weekend. So I built the Plymouth 43 for my wife for autocross.
Yeah.
And then I have my Super Coupe that I built for autocross. And then we have the Woody Volare wagon with the 451 stroker in the it's got 200 shot of nitrous. We built that for the strip. And then I built that other 80 Aspen for the strip.
Keep that thing away from Sykeston, please.
Oh, the Woody?
Yeah.
We put Caltrax on it, and
keep that fucking thing away from Sykeston, please.
Johnny Mopar's in the chat. We got to quit talking about him.
Oh yeah, Maddox, what's up, dude?
Johnny, I'm already spreading the rumor that you're not going to No Name because you're going to Duct Tape to race Freiberger for Pinks for Mayhem. I'm starting it.
Yeah, Scott, I looked it up, and depending on the weight, I think getting that out here is going to cost about $350.
That's it?
Yeah. That's
not bad.
And what was funny is if it weighed less than what I thought, it was going to be more.
Yeah, because I had a fiberglass hood shipped freight to my house from Florida, and it cost me well over $300. It turned a $700 hood into over $1,000, and then I sold it for $400.
Wow.
Took a hit on that one.
I gotta go look at that hood tomorrow. I forgot about that.
Dude, it's imperative that you do, because Scott got a hold of the guy that he sold the Roadrunner's original hood to, and he said he would be willing to give me the original hood if I got a hood that was just as clean and gave him the hood off of his car that's on my car right now. So I'm desperate to find a decent deal on a hood, because I know what Scott sold him the hood for, and there's no way in hell I'm paying that much for a Roadrunner hood. I'd rather just go buy a fiberglass one, or do what everybody is. I know John Wilburn and Blake were talking trash about it, but I'm putting a giant Pro Stock mailbox hood scoop on this thing. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. Same with everybody hating on Krager's. I don't give a damn about that either. It's my car. I'm gonna build it how I want.
I think the Krager's gonna look awesome on there.
I think it's gonna be what I've always wanted out of a ratty street machine Mopar. That's what I'm building. Yeah. Speaking of the devil. John Wilbur.
Excuse you? What was that?
I said I don't give a damn what anybody thinks, including John Wilburn.
Well, that's okay.
That's the beauty of cars, right? Everybody has their own style and their own opinion. As a kid, all I wanted was something that sat like that with giant tires and a giant hood scoop. Because I remember looking at the car magazines and seeing these crazy wild street machines. The only difference between what I have visioned and what I saw in the magazines was I can't afford those flashy paint jobs. So it's going to be a ratty street machine. That's what I'm going for.
Well, I mean, that's what Brian's Duster is all about.
Yeah. You need to find you some side pipes, Chris.
Dude, I had some Thrush Outlaws lined up, and they were going to cost me $700, and I was like,
"Oh, were those the all aluminum ones?"
Yeah.
We all
those things are rare.
We all like the big tires and the mailbox hood scoop.
Oh man, they look best on Dusters.
Hey, listen, you said I don't like that hood scoop. Look, what do you think was on my car?
Yeah, but your car was a Pro Stock. I know what you said. You said they belong on Pro Stock cars.
And the Kragers and the whole thing, right?
You know, Chris, I got one of those hood scoops sitting in my shop.
You're not going to put it on yours?
No, I'm putting the tunnel ram and the butterfly hood scoop bug catcher on mine.
Oh, okay. Well, Brian, why don't you reach out to me and we'll figure it out?
We may have to figure something out. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a question for you guys. What's the name of that? What's the name of that air cleaner that is? It's shaped like a tunnel. It's got the opening. They're elongated. It's got like the ridges at the top.
The Hillborn?
What's it called?
Yeah.
The Hillborn scoop?
Hillborn? Let me type it in. Let me see if that's it.
I know what he's talking about.
Are you talking about like this SoCal custom hood scoop? Is that what you're talking about?
I know exactly what he's talking about.
Yeah, Hillborn. Yeah, that's it. Okay. I want to order one for my car.
You're talking about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I want one of those.
I just sold one of those, well, I guess about a year ago.
Yeah, I want to get one of those.
You got to put 2 carburetors on your car, though.
I'm going to do it with one. Don't they make one for one, or is it made only for 2?
Yeah, but
you can have it with a single.
They look dumb.
Well, I only got one carb.
Well, you know, I've seen them screwed just to the top of hoods before.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do a lot. They do a lot of that in Mexico.
I would honestly, Ruben, if I was you, that car behind you, I would sell that son of a bitch so fast.
I can't do it, man. Every time I drive it.
Why?
And put all the money into Mr. Hyde and make Mr. Hyde a bad son of a
No, because in 20 years he's gonna be like, man, I should have never sold that Challenger. I should have never sold it.
Yeah. Unless you're holding on to now, if you're holding on to Challenger for an investment, yeah. Because it is. No matter what you do to that car, it's always going to keep going up in value. So that could be part of your retirement plan right there.
If you ever took a ride in this thing, Brian, you'd be like, holy fuck. Jesus Christ, don't sell this thing.
I probably would not say that.
Especially with that TA hood on it, the pistol grip shifter, the interior is the original interior. It's mint condition.
I'm just not an e-body guy. I've
never heard a car like this before. This thing screams like a fucking race car, man. It's just it's just
you know what an e-body really is, though, when you think about it? Somebody took the A-body from the 70s, like the Duster Demon, and they just made it wider and heavier.
It's as wide. It's the E-bodies from the 70s are as wide as the B bodies and short as the A bodies.
Right, they have an A-body wheelbase, but they got the early 70s B-body width. It's just strange to me.
And the Cuda's even wider than this thing. That's the crazy part.
The Cuda has about 2 inches less wheelbase, though.
Yeah, front to back.
There's about 2 inches more wheelbase in a Challenger's rear floor pan.
Okay, Ruben, keep it. But everybody's saying keep it, so go ahead.
And I think if I hadn't gotten it for such a smoking deal, like if the guy wanted 35 and I paid him 32 for it, I'd probably be thinking about selling it. But I swooped this thing up for $19K and the guy wanted 35.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah,
keep that shit.
There was a time though when you could still find ratty e-bodies for cheap.
Yeah.
I mean, when I was in high school, there were still ratty e-bodies that ran and drove. There was a guy at our local track that had one that would run about a 7 flat, had a 440 on nitrous, and it was the rustiest car I think I've ever seen that still ran and drove. You could literally probably take a basketball, and if you pushed it hard enough, it would go through the rust hole in the trunk lid into the trunk floor.
Oh my God.
And he was running this down the track, and that car would twist like you wouldn't believe when it left because the body was just completely rotten. And it had no cage and no frame connectors, nothing. Running this outlaw track, the old Princeton Dragway. I mean, the doors wouldn't open and shut very well on it. It was a real rag. But he was just
the deals are still out there too, though. I don't know if you guys have watched my channel enough, but that green 71 Roadrunner I had on there, that was in awesome condition and had been on the road since 1978. The guy who bought that and a 73 Cuda. It was originally a 318 car that was a shell, but actually ended up having less rust on it than that Roadrunner. And a bunch of parts. He only paid $10,000 for all of it.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's insane.
Alter Fiddler, the E-body, it has an A-body wheelbase. That's all we were saying.
Yeah, the track width is the same as a B-body. Like I could pull the 8 3/4 out of an E-body and put into a 71.
It's
Roadrunner.
It's actually close to
what is it?
It's about 3/4 of an inch difference. It's close.
Yeah.
Why they even made two housings is beyond me, but they did.
I don't know. Well, I don't know why they put the A-body housing into those Dusters. That looks like crap with regular wheels on it.
No, yeah, I was gonna say it's great though if you get wheels that are widened to the outside.
Yeah, which is probably what most of the people who cared did back then.
That's one thing I hated about my Dart. I always looked at super stock Darts and I was like, I gotta cut out that rear.
I would.
Yeah. Had I kept my Dart, it would probably be a lot further along now. I just wouldn't have the Mr. Norm truck. But
I want to find like a 73 Scamp.
Yeah.
That's what I'd like to find one of those.
There's actually a guy about an hour away from me. He's got a Scamp with he's got a turbo on it. It's 440. Small tire.
That'd be fun.
It's a pretty nasty little thing.
Ooh, DIY Hemi's in the house.
Blake
over there. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna post the link again for anybody that wants to jump on screen. The more people we have, the less talking I have to do, which is probably good right now because I'm a little loopy from this cold medicine.
I'm gonna be right get something to drink.
All right, sounds good.
I don't know if you guys notice, that's what I do in my lives. I get everybody in and they all start talking and I just, all right.
Where'd Brian go?
Hey, Chris, you need 15 more.
Is it only 15? All right. Anybody in the chat right now that does not subscribe to Talking Mopars podcast on YouTube, please go subscribe so I can actually be qualified for this event that I'm already registered to. Same with Dustin. I guess go subscribe to Dutch Guy's Garage. I guess you can go get him up there too.
Yeah, he can go too, I guess.
I'm reading a comment here. Brian Metzler says I have a stack of 727s and 904s I have to get to you. What do you want to do with those?
A stack?
Wow.
That's what I'm reading.
Chris, you're getting a stack of transmissions.
He said John. He's sending those to John. Maybe you can make trophies.
Oh, John. Yeah, there you go.
Tell me what it is you want to do with those things.
Well, save John. A couple for me at No Name in case I blow a freaking trans up.
Well, you shouldn't blow it up. I mean, it should be.
Yeah, but why bother, Ruben? It takes you a month to put one in.
It takes you a month to do anything.
Hey, we didn't send Ruben a clock. Just saying.
I might need one. My
transmission should be done this weekend. I got all my stuff.
This is great. I can't think who we were talking about because I've had all these contractors working at my place. All right. And there was some guy that was I can't remember what he was doing. He was doing something incredibly slow. And out of nowhere, my mom says, "You need to get that guy a clock like the one you sent Brinker."
That's funny.
That's the funniest comment. Just when you think nobody's thinking about that.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Hey, John, maybe you can elaborate a little bit more. I didn't catch the beginning of your live, and I'm curious what Roadkill Customs was willing to offer the people in the race to 500.
So
who is he, John? I caught who is he?
So Roadkill Customs is now the sponsor of the No Name 500. Okay. Buzz at Roadkill Customs. And he's been doing media work for 30 years. He was on the internet in the early 90s when it was still just kind of a niche, right? And done a lot of marketing stuff for big companies like the NFL, companies like that. And he's any of the No Name 500 guys that want help with their videos to make better videos to get more subscribers. He's willing to help. There's a link under that video. He's also going to be doing some other stuff, sending them some things. So it's a good time to be a No Name 500 contender.
Well, I can tell anybody that needs subscribers the way that I jumped from about 320 up to where I'm at now, aside from the help and the push from your live, John, was I just got a wild hair this morning. I was like, you know what? I'm going to pull up a picture of the Roadrunner. I'm going to post it randomly in a couple different Facebook groups and just say, hey, this is what I'm doing with this car. If you want to follow the rest of the build, follow my YouTube channel. And all of a sudden I just saw boom, 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 boom. I don't know if because I have the podcast, if that gave, I don't know, best thing I could say is some credit where people are like, oh, okay, yeah, I'll go follow him on YouTube. But it made me jump 100 real quick. I was really surprised. So for anybody, there is a fine line between spamming and self-promotion and just sharing something that you think is cool that you're doing with other people. So don't feel, for those people that still need subs, don't feel bad going into a Facebook group and going, hey, I'm building this car, check it out, for the No Name Nationals. It also helps get the name, get the No Name Nationals, out there, because there isn't too much on Facebook. I keep getting questions about it. So I'm trying to, point people in the right direction. I even reposted our live, John, just so that
cool.
On my Facebook page, just because, when that many people, how Facebook is not everybody's. Yeah, that's true. You don't. Not everybody sees everything, and it always surprises me how many people miss out on stuff. I can repost old videos, and they'll get hits like they're brand new. It's crazy.
Hey, Chris, there's two places if you want me to see something to put it. Either put it on YouTube or hide it in the menu at Olive Garden.
I posted a video on Instagram today. And I noticed I posted a video on Instagram today. And I just for shits and giggles, I typed in hashtag no name, and it's already on Instagram. So the hashtag no name nationals, people are using it on Instagram already. So that's cool.
Anytime I mention it, I try to use it as a hashtag. I say and then hashtag no name nationals.
And that's why what caught my eye, Chris, on your post on Facebook, I said No Name Nationals.
Yeah.
Finding this guy.
Nice.
Because my buddy, he lives about 4 miles down the road. He's going to be going. Then there's some guys down a couple hours away from me. They're doing a LS Volvo build.
Okay.
For No Name. So
do these guys have channels? Promote.
Yeah. Big Block 402 is one of them.
Okay.
Duffel Cletus, 113 Cycles, Wasted Talent Fabrications. I'm sure I'm leaving some of them out. It's like 8 YouTube channels coming together, building a car just for No Name.
I think the most impressive thing about this entire thing is the way the community has rallied around each other over it. Yeah. I've never seen anything like that before. And it's wonderful. I mean, when Blake has an engine blow up and he has 6 people that he doesn't even know offering stuff to him because they want to make sure he makes it to the No Name Nationals. That just wouldn't have happened before. We have people who've never done a live before. Because they want to make sure he makes it to the No Name Nationals. Johnny. We have people who've never done a live before getting 20, 30, 40 watchers on their first live.
Yeah, 2 hacks. I was impressed, man.
I mean, yeah, and that just the way the community is rallying is awesome.
Yeah, Ruben. Where was that stuff when we were doing our first lives?
No kidding.
I think it's
Once to hit 500, man, it was
hard culture that's coming back because all these new car groups, these toted trucks or whatever they're called. I'm 29 years old, which I'm still young, but I grew up around all the old school stuff, all the old racing where you break down, everyone pitches in to help you get back going. So I've always been that guy when I was younger. I've always had a welder, so all my buddies, but man, I need this welded up. I need this welded up. Bring it on by. We'll get you back on the road, do whatever. And it's really a car community that's starting to fade out, and I think it's starting to come back.
Yeah, it's definitely nice to see the community like that. I can't wait to see what the pits look like at No Name Nationals. It's going to be ridiculous because, like, I know a lot of us haven't met each other in person, so it's just going to be like meeting old friends. Or like,
I think it's going to be like this. Everybody's going to be filming.
Yeah. Well,
yeah,
you'll have to watch one of our live streams, Johnny.
Like,
you won't be.
Yeah.
It's going to be like welcome to downtown San Francisco. It's going to be everyone's going to be freaking filming everywhere you go.
Chris needs 14 more subscribers to get 500.
Here you go. You guys in chat, text
Chris. Your friends, text your mom.
Chris,
subscribe to this guy. He's family friendly.
Who's got the biggest channel here? Let's go live right now and get him over. Let's get him 14 like right now.
I was going to say everybody in chat, hit up everybody on Facebook. But John, I was gonna ask you. I asked you a couple times in your live today, but man, you had 100 people in there, man. The chat was moving like crazy.
We had 1,475 to 1,479 chat messages.
Damn. John missed my super chat. I was very sad.
I got you, but it's just I had somebody actually email me and complain that their super chat didn't get read, and I'm like, this is what we had right here, 1,479.
Yeah.
Damn.
No,
and that's 102 concurrent viewers, 100 something crazy. Like that.
So, John, I was going to ask you, and it'd probably be a good question right now because maybe this thing's going to get ramped up like it is. I had a gentleman in my last live found me through Instagram. He now knows what No Name Nationals is. Yep. He messaged me on Facebook and he said, hey, blah, blah, blah. I'm in Phoenix too. He said, I'm going to No Name Nationals and I'm driving my 71 Challenger there from Phoenix. And I went, oh, cool, dude. What's your YouTube channel? He goes, no, I don't do YouTube. He goes, I'm there. I'm going just to spectate and watch my YouTubers.
So here's the deal. I've seen that channel. I've seen that question 6 times, but I've ignored it for a couple of reasons.
Okay.
1, I haven't talked to Dallas about it. And 2, how is that fair to all of these people in the No Name 500 grinding for it? He says, I don't want to do that. I just want to have the same benefits they do and get in the show.
No. He doesn't want any of that. He didn't. He's literally going to just park in the parking lot and buy a ticket and watch.
Yeah.
But I was wondering, what if you have quite a few people doing this?
Look, there will be because there are viewers. So here's the thing: the parking. We're going to have 2 big parking areas in addition to maybe some parking at the track, depending on how much of the 22 acres we need. We've got 2 other places where we're going to have parking arranged. Right? These are our viewers. Do you not think they drive cool stuff? I'm sure they do.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's probably worth our while when it's not real busy. Well, I don't know when that'll be, but let's say there's a track cleanup, right? Let's say that Dust Devil Brian puts 400 shot of nitrous to that duster and puts down 400 feet of oil, right? So that might be a time that some of us walk out and actually walk through the car show in the parking lot because
we do. There's a big car show here in Forest Park in St. Louis that on Easter that I used to go to every year, And you walk through just the parking areas and you see sometimes cooler cars than what's in the car show.
I'm just saying.
So yeah, you're going to see a lot of stuff like that.
No, but I mean the car. That's what I'm asking. Is the car show just for content creators as well?
Well, look, the show is just an option we gave people, and it's filling up at a rate of about 1/10 what the racing is. But here's the thing. We're going to arrange the pits so that the people racing are not driving through the pits for the show area. And people who don't want to race, we're just going to put them in a place where they have a little bit more peace. But since everybody there is going to want to be in the pits and talk to all the content creators, it's really not going to make any difference.
I wouldn't think that either. See, because I was thinking next year I may have my wife's truck done. And it's like, well, I'll just register too, and we'll pit right next to each other.
That's what I'm saying.
The truck ain't going to race, but
it's not going to wind up making a difference because this is different than like most races that most tracks have where they sell spectator tickets and people want to sit in the stands and watch racing. Here, there's going to be more people want to be in the pits than be at the fence.
Yeah.
So that's going to make this so different. So as far as the show goes, the whole thing is a show.
Well, now since I found out he's driving from Phoenix to No Name Nationals, I told him, I go, why don't you just caravan with us in your 71 Challenger, and we'll be driving, we'll be towing our cars, and we'll have a 71 Challenger actually on the road. And he said, yeah, dude, that's cool. And I said, hey, if you need a spot to sleep, we've got an RV. We're looking for one more. And
well, that's the thing too, Ruben. You're making a pretty good point. If you guys have, I'm probably going to say it in the video. If anybody's coming from the St. Louis area and just wants to all caravan down, which is not that far, but hey, we're all going to meet up. We'll meet up in this spot and we'll caravan down or whatever.
John, I got a question. So you're saying that this event is going to be very unlike any other event.
In a lot of ways, yeah.
Okay, and so the culture at this event isn't going to necessarily be a track, car culture, right? It's going to be different. So is that going to you think that's going to cause any problems, or is it going to be kind of like a learning curve, or what do you think?
I don't know. Depends if people have problems they want to bring. It shouldn't.
I think the biggest thing.
I don't mean like that. I don't mean like people bringing problems, but
I'm completely serious. I think that the problems we have will be problems that people bring with them, and so. But I don't think so. Here's what's different. Let's say bracket racers, right? Those guys will run things that are definitely tuned nowhere near their potential, so that their stuff is more reliable and doesn't blow up. They run bigger tires than they need to because they don't want to have to deal with traction problems. They don't want to wreck. They want to have as most uneventful, reliable, repeatable passes that they possibly can. YouTubers are exactly the opposite. We like to push the envelope. We like to blow up tires and leave pieces of tire carcass laying on the track. We like to hang connecting rods out of the block and jump out and film it and are excited when it happens. We could have more track oil downs. We could have more people tagging the guardrails. There's a lot more potential for that kind of stuff with an all YouTuber crowd.
Well, I think one of the major things is going to be if you're a normal drag racer, you're going to have to, and John Wilburn said this a lot, you're going to have to really watch out driving through the pits because there's going to be a lot of people with their kids and their dogs, and they're not used to being at a racetrack. So that kind of needs to stay on us as drivers to go slow through the pits.
Yes.
Nobody doing stupid shit, no burnouts in the pits or nothing like that.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Well,
no drinking until all the racing stuff is over, and no speeding in the pits. That's two really big things. I really want to have an event that goes good that way. But as far as that,
yeah, it's been mentioned a lot, right? That there's going to be a lot of first-time or close to first-time racers.
I would say most of the people, this will be the first time they have ever been on a drag strip.
Well, I shot this idea to Dr. Art, and he said he looking into making a video, but I'm sure everybody has their own take on it. Doing videos on track etiquette, things that you might not know that are kind of expected, stuff like that.
Andy Wood and I are shooting a video just of that very sort in May.
awesome.
Cool.
Yeah, but you should do it too. I mean, the more people that do that, the better.
Yeah, the more people that have track experience and that can give their 2 cents on the matter will cover, everything.
Right.
The more heads you have on a problem. So.
Well, here's the difference, though. There's a lot of tutorial videos out there, but I think that a lot of them lack because they're experienced racers telling you everything they know instead of telling you what is most helpful for you to know now.
Right.
See, I don't think the person who's never been on a track before needs to get into the weeds of the rollout differences with tire pressures, and how the LED lights versus the incandescent on the tree. None of that stuff helps them. They need to know, coming from the pits, how to know what staging lane they need. What do you listen for when they're calling staging lanes? How do you actually watch and follow your starter? The guy waving you in from the burnout box.
Yeah.
And actually see what's when you get down there. What does your turnoff look like, the first and the second? And, what does Sykeston Beach look like? A place we hope nobody winds up, right?
Yeah.
We need a video like that. And so that's the one we're going to shoot.
And preferably not an hour long.
No, that's another thing, too. This video will be, I don't know what the length of it will be, but the length of this video will be from us pulling out of the pit space until we pull back in the pit space. That will be the length of the video, whatever that is.
Yeah, I actually did a video when I was at Verona, and there was people that made comments because I had made the pass, and then just coming down the return lane, I put all that in high speed, so it didn't take a bunch of time. And people were like, "Man, that's really cool," because I have no idea like where to go or where to turn or anything like that.
Right.
So,
right.
I think that'll be a good thing.
It's funny. I actually did it. I did exactly the same thing. I showed the whole return road at Gainesville in high speed one time. I thought that was neat.
Yeah, you wouldn't think that would be something people would want to see, but because nobody else does it, they did like it.
Well, yeah, if you've never been down a track, all you see is to the finish line. You don't pay attention after that.
Where do they go after that? What happens after that? It's like, yeah, you turn here and then you get your time slip here and then go back to the pits there. And
yeah,
I think that'll be helpful, especially with people that's never been to Saxton, as far as turning off in the pits and everything.
Yeah.
Like I grew up at a local track, George Ray's up in Paragould, Arkansas.
Yeah.
And it's a backyard track. It's a totally different from like going to Memphis. Paragould, George Ray's, it's got 2 staging lanes. Memphis has got 4 or 5, whatever it is. It's a whole different ballgame compared to some of these other tracks. So guys that's new to the drag racing world and coming into it, a video like that for this event would help out tremendously for any guys that's wondering, where do I go? What do I do here? And I think it'd be a real good video.
Yeah.
Georgia Ray's is on my bucket list, and we got rained out there when I went to see Just Mopar Joe last year. So we're still going to do it. We're going to go out to Georgia Ray's and take the Purple Barracuda and
I'll have to get with you on that. You set a date. I want to be there when you come, because I've been at that track since I was 10 or 11. I actually grew up with George's grandson Tyler. Me and him real good buddies, and I started racing out there when I was 11, and so that's like home to me, going to that track, because I stayed out there a lot. And my dad worked for George for quite a few years before he passed on, so I was out there a lot, and that was my home track. So it's just it's one of the neatest tracks I've ever been to. It's a backyard track, concrete, just run what you brung. Just don't be out there fighting. That's pretty much it.
I like the sound of that. That sounds like fun.
It don't matter if it's a 1920 Model A or if it's a brand new Hellcat, Demon, Mustang, whatever it is. If it's got 4 wheels on it, it can go down that track.
Nice.
Fellas, it's almost 1:00 here. I'm going to jump out. It was good seeing all of you.
Ken?
Till next time.
Thanks for joining us, buddy.
Keep up the good work, Ken.
Oh yeah, I'll try.
You're close to halfway there, right?
Almost halfway there. Yeah, I'm at 223. Yep.
Hey, are you on Facebook?
Yeah, I just actually started up a page on Facebook for my channel. So
don't be afraid to do some guerrilla marketing, dude. It's very effective. You just have to do it correctly.
Thanks for the tip, guys. But yep, I'll see you later.
Scott Speed Shop said he knows George Ray's.
Just to let you guys know, I probably have to head out kind of soon too. I'm taking a break at work.
Thanks for joining us, Scott. How far along are you on the Duster before you take off? Give us an update. He laughs.
Well, finally finishing up the extension on the wife's chicken coop. So now I can work on my car again.
Nice. Get that
gotta keep her happy.
Done. I hear you.
So yeah, I have not got very far on it actually. Since you came out and picked up the Roadrunner. The firewall, I do have it detached, and I got all the welds ground off of it, and it, and actually, I'll be recessing it to make it flush. So that's on the ready to go, and so, and then I just want to do a little bit of grinding on it and seal the rust on the inside of it and around the window jambs so that I can put the glass in and everything. I did buy a quart of Alpine white paint so I could do that. But once that's done, it's game time. And then tomorrow I'm actually heading out to my parents' place and getting that 440 out of, it's a trail duster.
Okay.
My dad, he traded a car for it a long time ago. He wanted to make a snowplow out of it, but he never did. And he's like, yeah, you can go ahead and use that engine that's in it. So it has everything. I'll just take it and just drop it straight in the duster.
See, now, for the people that haven't been to Scott's place, and I had the pleasure of going, don't let him fool you. He has engines laying around. He's got all sorts of cool shit. I was like, why aren't you putting that thing in the... So don't let him fool you at all.
No, thanks. Yeah, you haven't been to my parents yet.
I know. I was talking to Paul on the way out there. Yeah, that's what he was telling me. I was like, oh, because I was like, he has all his stuff at his place, and he goes, oh no, because I really wanted to see the L600s. I really wanted to see those.
Those things are super cool,
dude.
When I'm out there, I'll do a walk around video of the L700 that I have.
Oh, L700, that's right.
Yeah, I almost had an opportunity to buy one of those, and my dad and uncle talked me out of it.
Oh man,
it was like $1,000.
Oh
that's
God,
a great deal. And I actually have two of them now. I just commented in the comments down below, and about that RV I'm going to tear apart. But I have another one waiting to be shipped in, and so it has a Cummins diesel in a motorhome, and then it has the cab on, well, it's an L600, and so I'm going to take the cab off of the frame of the L600 and stick it on the frame of the motorhome, so it has a lower stance, and then make a ramp truck out of it. It has that turnkey 12-valve Cummins diesel in it.
I'm so jealous of that, dude. That thing looks so. Oh man.
And then I thought, well, maybe I'll try to trade my L700. It has a steel rollback just sitting on the frame, ready to be hooked up. But I thought if I could trade that for a 69 Charger or 68 or a 70 Roadrunner or 70 Coronet or something like that.
It's a cool truck. It's got the 10 lug. Yeah, it's got the 10 lug conversion on. It's got the semi Alcoa wheels. Oh my God, that thing would be the badass rollback, dude.
All aluminum rims for it with the Michelin tires. That way
thing is so badass.
Suicidal 2-piece rims. But yeah, they're expensive though. New game with the trucks. So.
Scott, we need to figure out who all from the Northwest is going to Sikeston, and maybe we can all meet up somewhere outside of Idaho or something. like on the way.
That would be cool because
There can be
Bear
like a
Rose
point.
Garage, he's down in South Idaho.
That's where I'll be rolling through. I think I roll through Boise, and then I think my first stop, because I was going to do the first night after work, I was going to run 8 hours into Boise, and then from there, I was hoping to make it into Utah, and then from there do the last leg to Sykeston. But I don't know. It's going to be rough. There better be a trophy for longest drive, John.
there is a long haul, but I mean,
all right.
You beat me by
4
about
guys that are around 2,200 miles.
Okay.
4 or 5 right now.
Chris beats me out by about 350 miles, something like that.
It was like 330 or something.
You know, with your luck, Chris, you'll get here, and and Joe Simpson will be there, who lives right on the other side, of the border from you. Like, no.
Well, if I lose, it won't be by much.
No, really, it's harder to get farther away.
Yeah, but it's going
to
be
a part about
good time.
Me trying to get there. Also, another challenge. I was talking about challenges in my other videos, obstacles to get through, but I need a truck to tow the vehicle down there, and the truck I have, I need to rebuild the transmission in it, so that'll be fun.
The tin grill?
Yeah.
Oh
blue
man,
white one you saw. I was thinking about taking that, because other than that, or I have a 78, it's like a Little Red Express truck. It's just a D150. It's not a Little Red, but it's either that or that
don't let him sugarcoat it. It's got Keystones on it. It's a badass truck. I didn't get to see that one. I was looking forward to seeing that, but
if you bring that, my wife's gonna try to steal it.
I came this close to selling it probably about 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Oh, really?
And I had it lined up so that for like $500 more, I could get a real Little Red Express truck with the rebuilt engine, transmission, everything. But the guy, he's like, oh, it's got a little more rust on the door than what I thought.
Jesus.
But I told him I have a whole nother door that's in perfect shape for it. But because of that, the deal fell through, and I was like, oh,
wow. Does he not know tin grills very well? Jesus.
Well, but anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of in a toss-up what truck to take if I drive one. So, and neither of them I know anything about because they've never been on the road before.
So Scott, you're scaring the shit out of me, Target.
I'm scaring me too, but I'm gonna try.
Oh my god!
It's either that or pay to have the car shipped down there. So.
Hey, if you can, I actually thought about this. I do have a commercial driver's license. I know Penske rents semis. If we could get a multi-car trailer, I'd be more than willing to drive multiple cars.
That
would be an
cool.
epic roll-in, right?
That would be
semi roll-in.
I will pay you.
I don't know how much it costs to rent one. I can't imagine it's cheap. But
that's interesting, man.
That would be cool.
that would be the most epic roll-in.
Oh yeah.
That'd be great, actually.
Your horn as you come in.
We have guys who want to just sit and just watch everybody roll in. I think it'd be neat.
Oh, that's going to be cool. Yeah, you said we can come in on Thursday night, right? Because that's when I plan on rolling in.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, anyway, I got to do some work on stuff other than cars tomorrow, unfortunately. So I'm going to see you guys. But thanks for having me on.
Yep. No. Hey, John, is that 174 days left? Is that what I'm seeing right there?
Yes, sir. That's the clock.
Oh my god.
That's the calendar.
All right.
Can you make another
what
clock
you got.
like Brian has?
I stopped looking at that whenever he's on anything. I just I don't look at that orange paper no more.
Yeah.
Man.
Right, it's moving.
I read the backwards 471 days.
Yeah.
I don't know how I'm going to make it. I've only got 400 miles left to put on Jezebel.
In case you're curious, here we have this.
Oh boy.
So we get to on May the 2nd, it's at 150 days.
Mm-hmm.
And on July 21st, it's 100 days. And then August 10th is 50 days. So it's going to get here before you know it.
Yeah, it's crazy. My boss, I'm one of those guys that never takes vacation. I have tons of sick time. I never use any of it, but she said, yeah, if you don't use your vacation time by the date that you were hired, which is September, that you'll lose all your vacation. So I'm like, well, can I take it this summer? She's like, sure. So I just found out 2 days ago. I have let me see, the whole month of July off and 3 months off, or 3 weeks off in September. Not September, the month before that. And,
August.
So yeah, August and then September, and then I have the week and a half off to get down to Sykeston. So,
well, I plan on leaving Tuesday night and getting into Boise Tuesday night, or technically Wednesday morning, because I'm leaving right after work and I'm just going as far as I can. That way, the next 2 days don't have to be driving for 16 hours. Yeah. That'd be a nightmare.
I'm looking forward to meeting y'all there. Y'all take care. Have a good evening.
All right, John.
Thanks,
sir.
Yeah, with all that time off that I have, hopefully that'll give me more time to get this duster together.
You got a little secret in your back pocket. That gentleman that I met in Spokane, that guy's a talented individual.
Yeah, Jeff.
My God.
Yeah, he's amazing. He's trying to twist his arm to come. He has a blown CUDA.
Don't tell anybody.
I didn't say that.
You know, it was funny about rolling up to his house is Paul didn't prepare me for that for what that guy was about. He's like, oh, we'll drive by this one guy's house. He's got some cool stuff if the garage is open. We roll by and there's a full tilt front end CUDA, and I'm like, like, what is happening here? And yeah,
he's the one that sold the duster to me.
Okay. Did he do the cage work or what?
No.
Okay, yeah, I didn't think so.
None of the work. He stretched the quarter panel around the wheel well, so it has a lower stance. He did that, and he smoothed out the cowl and like the antenna and the fender. He just sealed that little hole up. He
that
just
car is so
the
cool.
Body work on it. Got it mostly ready for paint.
That car is so cool.
That's all he did to the car.
Yeah, I like that thing. That's going to be a fun one. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to see that thing in Sykeston too.
My duster's cool too.
Yeah, it's all right. No, I'm kidding, Brian.
It looks good, Brian, especially getting that paint down. That's a huge psychological, finally seeing some progress.
God, I love
it's
that red.
nicer putting it together. It'll be all nice and clean. So
that's a beautiful shade of red.
I actually landed
going away
today. I actually landed a semi-sponsorship deal with somebody with a company that is going to help me polish my turd a little bit. I can't wait to release the information on that. It's going to be fun.
Oh,
it's gonna look good for what it is. You talk about polishing turds. This thing is going to look primo, and I won't have to paint a damn thing. So,
cool. Well, guys, I got to head out. Got to get back to work. My break's over. So,
all right, Scott.
Have a good
joining us, buddy.
Come in, say hi.
See you later, Scott. Call me when you get a chance tomorrow.
Okay. Sorry I didn't today.
That's all right.
Like I said, I would. I believe in accountability. So, take care.
Later, buddy.
Now, how do I hang up? There it is. Okay.
Couldn't be a nicer guy. I'll tell you that about Scott, man.
Oh man.
And like I said, don't let him fool you. He's got a ton of the video that I have ready that I was going to release. I was like, I got to release the stuff from Scott's place first, because when I was there, I looked at the car, and then we went and looked at all his cars, and then we went in his garage and looked at all the stuff, and like every nook and cranny of that place has cool stuff in it. Maybe not as cool as like a Scott Speed shop or something, but it's pretty cool. I mean, for someone like me who's got a shitty van and like some spare parts laying around.
Dude, basically, he called me out for a race, and now he's basically giving me a motor. I can't trash talk that.
No, you can't.
I can't. It's impossible.
You can trash talk it.
Let me get this straight. He's your competition, and he gave you a motor.
He's giving me a motor. All I got to do is pay to have it shipped.
I wonder if it's got pistons in it.
Oh, I don't know.
It's only got one piston.
Then I'd be able to start trash talking then.
Oh, that sucker come apart at 3,500 RPM.
Yeah, it's got pistons in it, but it doesn't have rings, man.
Barely runs. Like, oh yeah, I can beat you now because I know what you got.
Oh, that's it. It doesn't have piston rings. It has O-rings. So it would simulate compression just until it got hot enough and all the O-rings melt out of it.
Yeah, I would be suspicious of your competition giving you an edge.
I can't be suspicious of Scott though. I've talked to him and it's like, oh man, there's no way this guy doesn't have
what you got. He's like,
this guy doesn't have a what am I saying? Like a mean bone in his body.
I can tell you right now, if he gets that engine and something happens, it's not Scott's fault, and Scott will apologize to the end of the world that something bad happened. That I didn't even have to. It was the easiest car deal I've ever had in my life. He just kept lowering the price. All right, dude.
You're not even talking, and he's like, "Well, I guess I'll go 5. Well, I could do 3. All right, fine. You got me. I'll go 12." Dude,
he's one of the people on the very top of my list where if I ever fall into something good, I will have to reach out to him and pay it forward because he hooked me up pretty good.
Well, and then you know you got that car for a really good deal. And then you said something about, the wiring harness is messed up. He's in here in chat apologizing. Oh, I didn't know about that. It's like you basically gave him the car, dude.
Oh, man.
Man, the hood doesn't match. What the hell?
What kind of hoop did you just sell me?
Oh, God.
I paid a brand new car.
You probably got a new wiring harness in the mail right now for you.
No, Scott's a good guy. I really hope if there's anything I can do to help him get to Sykeston, the getting the cars there was the big deal. Like I said, if I could, I was looking into renting a 1-ton, but I can't find anybody that's got a multiple car trailer that I could pull. So I have to figure that out. But
I bet if you looked around, you could find something.
I'm sure
you could.
I talked to Richard today, Chris.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, about coming to get you, and he was like,
"Fuck no." That's what he said.
He was talking to me. He goes, "Well, let me look on Facebook." He goes, "What does a double trailer cost?" I go, "I thought you had one." He goes, "No." He goes, "I was going to buy one," and he's looking, and he's like, "Well, here's one for 15. Here's one for 14." And I was like, "Fuck you! You're not going to spend 14 grand to pick up Chris."
Yeah, no. Goes, I don't need to be in Richard's pocket like that.
No, Chris, he goes, "Well, what do I do? Buy a trailer or buy that Roadrunner?" I was like,
"Buy the Roadrunner."
I was like, "Gotta find his own way, man." I go, "Damn Roadrunner."
Hey, so he sold the Duster? Is that what I'm saying?
No. Oh. He's nuts, man. Richard's nuts, dude.
Yeah, I was like, "What is this clickbait or what's going on here?"
That was April Fool's video I made.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there you go.
How much is that? Is that yours, Dustin?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude.
This he's got all this. I don't trust Dustin as far as I can throw him, and that's not very far. So I told him earlier on his live because he's been doing lives. I wonder where he got that idea. Anyway, he's been doing lives. I said, "Hey, bring your wooden shoes to Sykeston, Dutch boy."
My great grandmother actually came over from there, so I actually can claim to actually be what I am.
Hey, check my last name, dude. I have immigrant family that came from both Indonesia and Holland.
You were trying to sell me some bad Chinese food the other night.
He didn't know what "Yo soy tu padre" meant. I said yo soy tu papa. I was like, "That's what you got to call me, dude." And he's like, "I don't know what that means." And I was like, "I'm gonna start calling you Luke." And he's like, "I don't know what that means." And I was like, "Darth Vader, Luke, I am your father. I'm your daddy." Okay. I'm about to make Dustin my son at No Name. That's what's gonna happen. You call me Papa. Not to be confused with Papi. Okay. It's Papa.
Yeah.
Pick on the
young.
young.
As long as he doesn't start calling you Daddy, I think we'll be fine.
Daddy, yeah.
That's why I avoided that term. I don't like that term. It's a little weird. Now, Papa, that's all right. So I can go, "Hey, Dustin, yo soy tu papa," and it's okay. But if I said, "Hey, Dustin, who's your daddy?" That's a little weird. and it's not quite the weird hour yet here because we don't have that here. Unlike no, that's Brian's thing.
Well, really?
Really? I am here.
Is there a weird hour crossover? I wasn't aware.
I don't know.
I
know. There's a bunch of people saying it on their lives now. I'm like, that's mine, guys. I gotta.
Yeah, you own that one
now,
buddy.
Own that. All right. I got a video specifically for that. I am thinking about doing something else though. I need to figure it out because I'm doing the lives like at least one a week. I was thinking about doing because I watch a lot of TikTok and there's some really funny shit, and I was thinking about doing like the TikTok of the week because it's only going to take a minute and I can just throw it up on the screen and everybody can laugh.
I think you should do your own TikTok.
I can't do funny stuff. I'm not a funny person. I can't do like the what is that guy? Taco. I don't know. You'll see it because I'm thinking about throwing it up tomorrow if I can figure out a way to do it.
Oh, Chris, how far are you away from 500? What's the number now?
I don't know. Probably a few. Find out.
I say, where's everybody at as far as subs?
19? How are you 19 when you were at like 13 in Wilburn's Live?
Yeah. Brian explained everything to me. People are sabotaging me, and their name is YouTube.
Already? Damn.
I see that you have 487. That's what I see on my screen.
Yeah, that's what I see.
I see 481 on mine.
What the hell?
Yeah, so you need 13.
I just wanted to get close. I didn't think I was going to get to 500. That would have been awesome. I just wanted to get a little bit closer, so it was one less thing I had to worry about. But once the content starts coming out, and I learned a couple new tricks today. I've actually been I haven't been participating, but I've been tuning into a mastermind, a YouTube mastermind that I signed up for, and I just listened to it while I'm working, and I got some
videos like
interesting things I learned today. So get
There's
ready.
A lot of them guys out there, though. It seems like
to,
everybody's trying to make money doing. How do I make your YouTube channel better? And it's like,
that you have to find the ones that aren't in it to make money, because the biggest way to make money in any of this is teaching people how to do it.
Yeah,
that's the easiest way.
It's like the whole thing. That's what I always thought, though. The whole thing I've always learned was if they can't do it, then they teach somebody else how to do it.
Yep, true. The guy I follow, he sells courses and shit for like $4,000. I'm like, I'm never spending $4,000 on that shit.
Wow.
But the thing is like people pay for like the easy route. All the information is out there for free. You just have to look for it and take little bits and pieces from other people, and you can eventually formulate. Because before I started podcasting, I was looking into podcasting, and there were so many people that were like podcast experts that had courses that they were trying to sell people, and I was like, I'm not paying $1,000 for information that I just
dude. What are they going to tell you? Step 1, turn on your mic. Step 2, talk.
Yeah. No, exactly. And they try to get into details and they try to overcomplicate shit. That's the thing that they do. And a lot of what the YouTube people say really doesn't transfer over to the automotive.
That's
stuff.
What I was going to say too. Is
it really doesn't.
If there was somebody who really knew what they were doing with had like an automotive channel and knew, because like the video game stuff, there's no way that doesn't transfer over to this, you know.
But Brian, we'll talk after the show. I've got a great idea. I've got an amazing idea, and it's going to make a lot of people a lot of money.
Do I have to keep my clothes on?
No, you have to take them off.
He's good at doing that.
You can twerk, right? Jed told me you could twerk.
He can twerk.
I'll figure it out.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Oh, dude, when we're in Sykeston, we're all hanging out in the hot tub doing a live.
Oh yeah, hot tub live. We're gonna call it Man Soup.
Yep. Be there or be square.
Come on, Ruben. Oh man, we're gonna need a bigger hot tub.
We're gonna make a Reuben sandwich.
Dude, all I want to know right now is anyone ever tuned in to a live like this? Join the live from the pooper.
No, you did. But okay. Hold on a second though. Ha! Reuben sandwich. That was fucking funny. Do you have to take your shirt off when you poop?
I was about to jump in the shower. I just got home.
I was like, why is he shirtless and pooping and on a live?
Dude, I actually have a friend that takes off all his clothes every time he poops.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
You ever do that though? If you guys have never experienced this, you go into like a restaurant bathroom or something, and well, not always, but it freaks you out when you see it when there's a guy with his pants down at the urinal.
Oh man!
Some people do that.
That's called I turn around and walk out.
I just slap his ass. I just walk by. Smack.
So I don't want to make this into the weird hour, but I got two questions for you.
Too late.
How do you know your friend shits naked? And two, are you seriously going to slap that dude's ass?
Oh, I would. Yeah, I'd smack that motherfucking shit.
I mean, are you just going to be like a little love tap, or are you just going to be like,
oh, I'd smack it to where he never fucking did that again.
What if he turns around and
unless that's what he's wanting?
That's what I was thinking, Jed. What if it's Jed doing it? I think that's why he's asking.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because Jed's gonna be like, no name nationals.
You know that guy does it.
I'm just gonna be sitting there minding my own business.
Smack.
You know, that is one thing. I've been down to Sykeston, and I was down there, and it was hot as fuck. I don't know how hot it's going to be for this. Missouri weather's weird. But the bathrooms at that racetrack are some of the best. They've got, like, air conditioning blowing. Like it's like being in a meat locker inside those bathrooms. It's nice when it's hot.
So many jokes. So many jokes.
Fucking RV we rented, man. I'm gonna be taking. That's gonna be mine. Anyway.
I don't know, man. They got pretty good public bathrooms down there at Sykeston.
Chris, what'd you think of that RV, dude?
It's nice. I was like, yeah. I had to warn Ruben. I was like, dude, I snore. Ask Blake when we were at the Airbnb, dude. I woke everybody up. And what's messed up is I woke up and to them talking shit about me. I was like, damn it, I did it again. And because I also talk in my sleep. And I was like, oh shit, I hope I didn't say anything fucked up.
Oh, dude.
It was funny though.
When I went to and I roomed with the gatekeeper, he fucking snored so fucking. And then, dude, when he stopped snoring, that's what scared me.
Yeah.
When the snoring stopped, I like jumped up like he fucking died, and I fucking shook him. And then he snoring again. I like jump started him, and he started snoring again. And then I went to bed. And the same thing happened with Richard. He stopped snoring, and I'm like, oh, he's dead.
Us fat guys got sleep apnea. That's what happens.
Yeah.
My wife does that to me actually, she doesn't shake me up. She just waits to see. And then when I think there's a little relief when I start breathing again. But
see, I think my wife is just the opposite. She waits to see, and she's like, damn it.
Starts counting the money.
Yeah. His insurance policy is fucking snoring.
That's what I was going to say when you were talking about, oh, God, it's going to sound weird because none of these people were in here. When you were talking about boner pills earlier.
Yeah.
If you do like a commercial and you go like, hey, Brian, do you have problems in the bedroom? I was going to have like Sherry in the background scream, yes!
Oh, man. I'd have to cut you in. I'd have to cut you in on that ad deal just for that because it's so funny.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Talking Mopars Roadrunner, brought to you by
Easy Hard. Brought to you by Easy Hard.
Easy Hard.
Mopar shear grip.
So Johnny, what do we got to do to get you to Sykeston, dude? Quit messing around.
Dude.
What do we got to do?
My YouTube channel needs to freaking blow up and actually make money. Dude, there was this freaking sweet, I sent it to Ruben, freaking sweet 72 Chrysler Newport popped up. Super clean, white with green interior. I was telling Ruben, I was like, dude, if I made money on my YouTube channel, I'd buy that car and at least drive out there in it. It was that clean. And then it sold a couple of days ago. I think my channel's still screwed up. I have not made a freaking penny. I mean, I got like
1,500 subs or so, when I had 500 subs, I had commercials on my channel. Now that I got 1,500, I got no commercials.
Johnny, you have to even when you go into the monetization tab.
Yeah.
It says nothing.
Nothing. Zero.
Mine says $18, and I got monetized a month ago.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Damn, Ruben. Ouch.
Out,
just talking shit. Wow.
I'm just sitting here like I know I'm looking because I'm like I know Johnny gets more views than Ruben.
I don't get a dime though, dude. Like
that sucks.
So before I hit, or right when I got to 1,000 to get monetized, my channel was messed up. It wouldn't go into monetization, right? Long story short, I had an AdSense account because I opened my account like 14 years ago. I had an AdSense account I didn't know about. I had to contact YouTube through Twitter. They closed that account, but in the process of all of that, I was trying the different things. I ended up killing my whole channel. Like completely wiped everything out. I was able to recover it, but when I recovered it, like all my comments I put in disappeared. Everybody else's comments were still there, but mine were gone. So I'm thinking like it wiped whatever data it collected or something, completely wiped it out, and now it's like starting from scratch or something. I don't know. I get no commercials. I think I'm gonna ask on one of these next videos, just ask like, does anybody see any commercials on any of my videos?
Well, there's a couple criteria there. So it's not just the subscribers, it's also the hours watched. So
the views are everything once you get monetized.
So you get monetized, there's a couple stipulations, and I think one is you have to have 4,000 hours of content watched within 1 calendar year. So what happens is if your account truly was wiped out, your hour count may have restarted even though your subscriber count is still the same. So
I don't even think they send you an offer to monetize at that point.
It's weird. Like monetization. Okay, we've been monetized for maybe 1.5 years, 2 years, and the AdSense account's still screwed up. Like it won't accept. I have IRS EIN numbers. I have everything. I've submitted all the proper documentation. And what happens, another thing is they only pay out in sums larger than $100. Yeah. So you'll get monetized and you will start accruing an estimated average per month, right? It'll be like, okay, this month, based on your views, your histories, everything that you have at your subscribers, you earned $40. And that amount fluctuated. It's an estimate, right? YouTube will not cut you a check until you breach $100 within a month, as far as their criteria is, So here's what has happened to us in the past is, for like that first 8 months, it was like, oh, great, $40 a month, $50 a month. And like, so you're going from month to month, and they're like, oh, we estimate you get $40 this month, but it's not past the 100, so we're going to kind of give it to you, but not. We're going to say, instead of 40, how about we give you 20, and we're going to put it off to the side. And when you finally breach a month where it's more than 100, we're going to kind of shimmy a little. It's like this weird algorithm calculation, and it's very hard to get a dollar figure out. It's the weirdest thing. So, we're now, I think our account's still jacked up, and I think we got like $700 in the account just sitting there that we can't even touch.
Yeah,
that's fucked up.
It is messed up, dude. It's so messed up.
So I have like right now I have 11,528 views in the last 28 days. So like it's weird because all the numbers are there as far as YouTube is tracking stuff. It's not like
look at your hours, Johnny. Okay, so you could have 20,000 views. So views is someone clicks to watch your video, but if they only watch 1 minute of it, it's not getting any. So it's duration as well. So you want to have a good mix of, say, like your average 7 to 8 minute videos, and then some longer videos. Because here's why: people love short videos, right? They'll come in, click, get the information, go. That brings them to the channel. but you still need a mix of every now and then a longer video to get your duration view up, because you have to have 4,000 watched hours within a calendar year.
There's no way that Johnny doesn't already have 4,000 watch hours.
Yeah,
he probably does.
There's no way.
I'm wondering if his account got wiped out somehow.
Yeah, but they wouldn't send you the monetization offer if you didn't meet. You have to meet all.
So watch time, I've got 1,100 watch hours. I assume that's the last 28 days.
You might set it for.
If that's 28 days, check for calendar year, Johnny.
Go with the on the page you're on right now. Go with 365 days up in the corner. You could change that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. 365 days. So it's 12,500 watch time hours.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. You need to get in hold of a YouTube person. They have that live help thing you can do nowadays.
Yeah, I think
I issued my copyright strike.
I don't think I have any.
No, that's just how I did it, was with that deal.
Oh,
but that's. I mean, for someone like me who doesn't have fucking Twitter, that's the only way I can get aid from YouTube. But I haven't had to need it because, I mean, my AdSense was actually, it was confusing at first, but I got it all figured out, and I haven't had a hiccup since.
Yeah.
It's easier for an individual to get set up with AdSense than a business. That's, I think, the pitfall for us is we set it up under the business name and the legalities that revolve around that. And so
mine's set up under my business name.
Really? See,
yeah.
That's crazy. Because what it does, it asks us to do all the paperwork, right? All the tax paperwork.
Yeah.
And we submit everything, and they're like, no, we reject it. I'm like, this is on IRS letterhead. Like, what?
Oh, that wasn't too bad for me. I mean, I filled out all the paperwork and everything. I got denied the first time because I had something messed up. I went back and revised it. Mm-hmm. And I mean, what sucks about being monetized on YouTube is YouTube doesn't take any money out. So every year you got to pay into the system. Unless you have some tax write-offs. But the only write-offs you can actually do are related to the channel. They can't be to the car.
Right.
Because if you wanted to make write-offs to the car has to be owned by said YouTube channel. So, like, when I built Jezebel, got $10,000 engine. If my channel owned Jezebel instead of me, the individual, I could have used that engine as a tax write-off.
Yeah.
But even if you're a sole proprietor?
I don't know about that, actually.
It's collateral, I think.
My tax man told me flat out, he goes, what do you have in the background of your live streams? Because I wasn't doing this the last time I ran taxes. And he goes, you can write off I showed him a picture of my set. And he goes, you can write off everything. And I was like, really? I was like, so if I do it from my garage and I have shit that I'm working on in the background, I can write that off? And he's like, yeah. Now, I'll be honest, my tax guy's a little shady. He's from Australia, so Dodgy Ross knows all about that. I think I talked about it on one of the lives where he was like throwing out random numbers. I probably shouldn't say this. He was throwing out random numbers and shit for like write-offs, and I was like, well, that's not. And he goes, look, mate, in 20 years, I've never been audited. So I'm like, all right, I guess I trust you then. It's the accent. That's why I trust you.
I always
never
play
been
it
audited.
safe. A lot of the stuff I use for write-offs for the channel is things that are related to the editing. So like a camera, editing software, whatever I invest in. Like my computer last year was a write-off because I upgraded my entire computer, monitor setup. So that was all write-offs for me.
Oh, that's genius.
Yeah, and I wrote off video games on it with me.
Yeah.
I wrote off everything. The shipping costs when I ship out giveaway prizes. I wrote off some. Every mile I accounted for going to and from the airport. Every little thing I bought, I kept receipts for, and he still padded it a little bit. I was like, hey man.
Well, he's never been audited. A liquid cooled gaming PC to edit my videos in Windows Movie Maker.
Well, you do that, Chris. You do a lot of that a lot of traveling for your channel. So, That's where a lot of us don't. I mean,
that's what saved me last year on taxes. This year is going to be a little bit rougher, I think, especially if Sykeston's going to the fuel on Sykeston alone is going to give me a nice little. It's going to help me out a lot.
Yeah.
But,
well, and if you guys do rent a truck or something,
as much as I would like to, I think it's going to be so crazy expensive to do that because fuel for a semi is a completely different ballgame.
Yeah.
You're talking thousands of dollars.
Well, and I talked to another person who I will not name, and they called me today and they asked me my opinion about them coming because it's almost a 1,700-mile drive from them to the Sykeston deal. And I told them, man, if you came, you'd probably have fun. We're going to have a place where you can kind of hide out because he will get mobbed by all the smaller guys and people who think he's amazing. But at the end of the day, I think the money he's going to end up spending on – no, it's no one in here. I told him at the end of the day,
the guy that thinks he's amazing is Ruben.
I told him basically the money he's going to spend in fuel is going to be what prevents him, and he agreed. And he said he's going to see what his schedule is like, and if he makes a shitload of money, he might come, but more than likely he won't just because he won't be able to afford it in gas.
Yeah.
It's going to be a fucking killer because he's got to haul one car behind another car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what?
The only person that's going to mob him is Ruben. We all know that.
What's the attendance looking like?
That was one starstruck moment, dude. They're just old.
Jed, you basically just told everybody who it was.
I know.
But he never said the name.
What's odd?
He doesn't hold deniability.
He doesn't
wait
really
a minute. And then now, never mind. We'll have to talk about that shit later.
I thought he was more of a duct tape guy anyway, because doesn't he have some affiliations?
That's what I'm saying.
Well, and that was something him and I actually talked about was about, Dulcich maybe coming and any of the other guys. And he said, oh, yeah, Dulcich would love to go, but he's not. There's no way he's going to go. He'll flake out.
Dean, thanks, man.
Someone's got to call him out.
Well, what's going on with duct tape?
I'm
just going to ask the question. What's going on with duct tape then?
Yeah. I don't know, but I have a guess. I'm going to guess that last year it was probably the track that paid Freiberger to push the whole duct tape thing. I'm guessing. And they probably didn't pay him this year, or they're not sure they're going to pay him, or maybe he wants more money or something. And that relationship or that deal hasn't been worked out. If you go to their website, if you go to the Tucson Dragway website, or at least I haven't looked in a while, but a few months back, it was like that weekend was still open. It said like to be determined.
Yeah.
But it didn't say duct tape drags, and I haven't heard Freiberger say anything about duct tape drags. I haven't heard any announcement for duct tape drags. So I don't even know if it's going to happen this year.
It's not going to happen, Johnny. So give up your duct tape plans and come to Sykeston, dude.
I'm pretty sure it's going to happen.
Okay, Jed.
I was
Thanks
betting
that
it's going to happen later on. I bet they're going to change the date on it.
They probably will, but I wouldn't bank on it being canceled.
Yeah, because that makes those guys money.
Amazing.
Sorry,
that's the whole part of the seriousness of this event is just the cost expenditure. Yeah, it'd be freaking cool, but it's going to cost a freaking. It sucks with the way gas prices are.
Yeah,
it's going to be.
I still think they're going to come down by then. They're.
See, for somebody like Jed, I see why Jed would say something like that. For somebody like me, getting my brand out there like that on a stage that's going to have so many content creators, where it's like, it's worth it for me to make that trek just for the promotional purposes alone.
It is,
especially since I'm participating. Thanks, Dustin. Yeah. It definitely is worth it for me because I was thinking about the costs. Because when Dustin called me out, I was like, this motherfucker just cost me thousands of dollars. I was pissed. But at the same time, I wanted to go, and I was going to go. But it definitely changed the whole ball game for me for No Name. And I'm actually happy now because it could get me some exposure to other people that may not know, because I still You know, I'm still not where I want to be. I don't have 20,000 subscribers like Jed.
Well, and that's the thing, though.
Okay, Jed.
See, but you know, with your person that's remained nameless so far, I don't know how much he'd really benefit from coming out. I mean, he might.
Really won't. I mean, like, I honestly, am I going to benefit a whole hell of a lot? No, I'm just going to hang out with all my cool ass buddies.
Yeah.
It'd be more of a, you're wanting to hang out with people and have fun.
I'm at the point now, honestly, in this YouTube thing where I'm all about spreading the love. Like Tall John and I were talking about doing collab videos on that Holly. It's all messed up I got. And it's like, well, okay, well, I'm going to send you the parts. Well, now I've actually figured out I can fix them myself. But still, like, I'm going to send people his way and everybody else's way that I think got stuff that relates to my viewers that they'll get into. Like Tall John's a big carb tech guy, and I love carburetors. So I think there's a lot of good crossover there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
So I think my viewers would enjoy his stuff just like they enjoy my stuff. Plus, it's him and his son. So it's literally almost the carbon copy of my channel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're just all about sharing the love. You're just going to run around like Johnny Apple subs and
just
sprinkle everybody. Sprinkle around here. You want to
does Tall John ever send you guys like videos of he sent me a video and I didn't understand it at first, but it was I forget if it was like a TikTok or something, but it was like something I was like, Tall John, what are you sending me this for? And it was a bunch of rappers getting out of this amazing tour bus. And then I realized, oh shit, is that your bus? And he's like, damn right it is. I was like, I get it now, because I'm like, why are you sending me videos of these rappers getting out of this bus? And then my dumb ass was like, oh yeah,
he sends me that shit too.
Tall John, I owe you a phone call, dude. I will give you a call as soon as I can. Yeah, he was gonna consult me on a couple questions I had, because like I said, I'm not going to Sykeston to lose, so I'm reaching out to everybody that I feel can give me some insight to how to whoop Dustin's ass for saying my name. Okay,
we're gonna get you a small block tunnel ram and a couple of badass carburetors and about 1,000 shot of nitrous.
I actually, it's funny, Jed. I've been looking at used double pumpers, and I watched your how to rebuild them, because I was like, fuck, it's got to be pretty cheap to rebuild these things. And I just happened to look up rebuilding a double pumper on YouTube, and there's Jed's video, and I'm like, fuck, Jed, everywhere. It is. It's weird. It's weird watching your friends' videos. I've noticed. I don't know if you guys feel the same way. It's kind of weird. I'm like, I don't know, because like I'll watch.
I don't know, because that's how I met Jed, though. So was through his videos. So it doesn't bother me. It's nowhere near as weird as watching my own videos. I still don't do that.
I think it's weird when you, like, if you did it through Google or something, you don't expect to see your friends pop up, and then there they are, you know. Like if you're just on YouTube, I expect to see you guys all the time. I see your guys' channels all the time on the side, you know. But
Johnny, did I tell you that story about the meeting I had at work? We had a meeting at work, and one of the guys in the office who was holding the meeting, they had guys from a insert company. I work in a machine shop, and they were selling inserts. In between the meetings, he's showing these guys my videos. So I walk into this meeting with all the people that are out on the floor, and I look up and I see my face on the screen, and I'm like, "Oh my god!" And I was like, "Oh, you're showing them my videos?" He's like, "Yeah, I got a couple subscribers from it." But I go, "Oh, that's cool. Can you turn that off now? I hate looking at my own face."
Yeah, that'd be weird, dude.
Yeah.
And it was like projected on a wall. My head was like this big. I mean, I got a big head anyway, but
Blake, what's the story with DIY Hemi? What are you guys up to?
That's a good question. Man, we've been so deep into product development that, dude, the channel is pretty much dead. We definitely want to get it back going. A lot of people ask us for updates and whatnot, but we needed to get to the next generation of engines, and we needed to provide services and parts for the new stuff. I mean, really and truly, we had done well with like the 03 through 08 stuff, and it's the times, right? As things get older, as things go on, you have to adapt. You got to change, right? So now we're in the GPEC stuff, we call it. So 2011 and newer, Hellcats, 6.4s, 392s. We've really invested a lot of time and energy in creating some components that people really need. One of the biggest breakthroughs we've just recently had is ECM unlocks. So all 2015 and newer, you have to unlock the ECU from a tuning standpoint. They're locked from Chrysler. So you actually have to split the ECM open and probe the motherboard and upload the EEPROM and the uploading software, right? So like the OS, the operating software. I've also found a way to successfully copy and replicate the crate ECU. So all the people who do the swaps with the new stuff, the Hellcats, Red Eyes, Elephants, all that stuff, the ECMs from Mopar are like an intergalactic backorder. You can't get them any reasonable time frame. You're talking about, I've heard some people waiting 6 to 8 months for an ECU just to run their swap.
Wow.
Oh gosh, and they're always on backorder. They go on backorder continually. I mean, they'll do a batch of maybe, 100 or 200, and they'll sell it like that. And dealers will come in, swoop in, and buy maybe 5, 6, 7 at a time and stash them. So some people are actually scalping a little bit on them. Well, what we developed is I had to learn hex coding and actually, it's like all the weird characters, ones and zeros, copy what the base information is off of those crate ECUs. And now we have the ability, if a customer out there is like, hey, I want you to turn my ECU out of my wrecked Hellcat into a Mopar crate ECU, they could send it to me and I'll hook it up on my board. I've got the full code written out. I can actually turn it into a crate ECU. So when you plug it in, it's just like getting one from my Mopar, and it asks you, hey, what do you want your VIN number to be? Because it is a blanked out clean slate. And some people kind of said, oh, well, man, that's not a big task, big deal. I said, no, this is a game changer, because the new stuff to start the engine requires a starter signal, right? It's a CAN bus signal. It's a code. It's not a 12 volts that hits the ECU and, hey, it knows you want to crank up. The 03 through 08 stuff, absolutely. You just 12 volts into a specific pin, and it knows that you're intending to start the engine. This new stuff, with everything that pretty much has a push button start or a WIN module, the key that you can barely stick in, it's like a nub. It's not really deep. You stick it in and you just twitch it and the car starts itself, whether you hold it or not. That is the ECU and the BCM working in communication with one another to start the engine. It's like the CAN bus network. It sends a code, ones and zeros, over the network. Well, these CAN bus ECUs, everything that's been available since 2011 needs that. Historically, what people would do is they'd go buy this little module, this little black box about this big, and it had a PLC chip on it that if you put 12 volts into a specific pin, it would spit out this code. Expensive, hard to find little modules, right? Well, now we have the ability, we've cracked the code where we can just take an off-the-shelf out of a junkyard ECU, wipe out the need for that command, the starter signal command. And so now it's just like an old school car. You get in, you hit the key, and you go. You don't need all these extra modules and bells and whistles. So that's groundbreaking, and it was fun to figure that out, and it's much needed, but there's only so many hours in the day, right? So you work on that, and then you're not focusing on putting out content and helping people like we like to do. So I want to help people. I love helping people, so it's one thing that I definitely want to get back to.
Nice. Are you planning on going to No Name, even just to spectate, or what?
You guys have me insanely curious.
Right?
Dude, you guys have me really curious. So for all this R&D that we've just recently done, We actually went to a police auction. We bought 4 wrecked cruisers. We have, one of them was 2018 5.7 all-wheel drive car, 18,000 miles on the clock. We got it for $450.
That's insane.
It's like, crazy price for this. I mean, the engine, the powertrain's mint.
Yeah.
So we also scooped up a 06, I want to say 300 SRT. So it's got the 6.1 in it. Guy couldn't figure out how to get it running. He ran low oil pressure on his original engine, swapped in another engine, but it's the wrong year. Reluctor wheels changed over time. So that's kind of what I'm hoping is going on with that. My thought is, I'm listening to you guys and I'm like, man, if I could Frankenstein these police cars together with this 300 SRT and make like a literal backyard drag car out of just junk, how fun would it be to go up there and just dig around? I mean, I just think that would be hilarious.
It's like, hell yeah.
One of our cop cars has a like the wash tub back seat, like for the drunk people puking and pissing in the back seat, right? So I was like, that weighs less than a true back seat, and I could take that out of that car. We have, some of the cars have the straight door panels with like no door handles, like just stripped out, right? And I'm just looking at all these lightweight parts and like, man, I can make a stripped out car. The police cars have different suspension, different brakes. They actually have a different upper control arm in the rear suspension that has a little bit of negative camber for high speed stability. And I'm just looking at 14-inch brake upgrade, all this stuff on the police car that I could scrap and just slap together like on the 300 and go out there and just see what it does. I don't know, whatever.
You know what you'd have to do? You've got somebody else there. It's not just you and your videos, right? You have somebody else.
Yeah, it's Mike with me.
Well, you could have him be like, "What did you buy?" And you do the whole scene from Blues Brothers with the cop car.
Right?
That's a good idea.
That's awesome.
A good idea.
I gotta wait till Jed comes back.
So where's the caddy? I sold the caddy.
I sold the caddy.
Yeah.
Where's the Hellcat? I sold the Hellcat.
I don't know, guys. Listening to you, I'm very intrigued. I think it'd be just a lot of fun. What's it look like? Y'all educate me, man. Like, how many people are you guys expecting? What's the turnout looking like it'll be?
I don't know.
Wilburn's a little tight-lipped on that, but I know that he has a list. I wish
he's got a 3-ring binder now.
Is it a 3-ring? I know that he. I thought maybe I could get some pull and be like, "Hey, man, what's the deal?" But all signs based on just the community alone point to it's going to be a successful first event. Part of that is bringing entertainment and showing people that don't go, this is what you missed.
Right.
So, that's why I like giving Dustin shit and why I thought it would be fun to get tattooed and shit like that, because nobody else is doing that. I mean, Uncle Tony's throwing around some stacks of cash and stuff. That's all fun and games. But until Uncle Tony says, yeah, loser of this gets a tattoo, like, I don't know. I think if people really build the hype and like the call outs get not intense in a bad way, but in a good way, and there's a lot of like back and forth, and you get people excited to see these individual matchups, I think John's onto something here.
I still think there's some big channels that haven't announced that they're going yet. Because John keeps alluding to that he's got some big channels that are already registered, but he's not saying anything until they announce on their channel.
I know at least one, and one of them told me he wasn't sure yet.
I saw that.
I'm
pretty sure he's going.
Yeah, he would
have. And I'm pretty sure his 2 friends are coming too.
The big issue, and I don't know this for a fact, I'm just assuming here, is the event that's a weekend or 2 before that, which is Mo Party, which makes things really complicated because I really wanted to go to Mo Party, and I'm still planning on going to Mo Party. But
I'm going to both.
My priority this year, depending on money, of course, is now No Name because of the opportunities that it has for me. But I mean, Holly's Mo Party has huge opportunities too. So I really have to figure out what I'm going to do. But
I was actually thinking about bringing if the car's not done by Mo Party, it ain't getting done. You know,
it better be done by Mo Party.
And I was thinking about bringing the car to Mo Party and just parking it in the show field.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's no way I could concentrate on racing and everything with all this shit going on at Mo Party.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool, man. It was a ton of fun last year.
Oh, yeah, I was there last year. I've been there, well, it's only been 2 years, but I went to the first one. It was a blast.
I'm still kicking myself. Chris could tell you for forgetting my helmet at home.
Oh yeah. I thought about that. If I got to No Name and they're like, you need a helmet. Like,
yeah, you're gonna need a helmet.
Yeah.
That is something you are gonna need a helmet.
What other safety equipment? Is it just the helmet? Obviously long pants and shit, or what? I don't
know. A lot of it depends on how fast you run. I just know what a lot of the drag racer guys around here do is they get a helmet and you buy one of those fire jackets, not the big thick fire suit, but you know, just the one layer. I don't know how many layer jacket it is. Oh, where'd he go? But you know, and then that's all I was going to worry about.
Okay, I'll follow along that.
Yeah,
I was gonna say, but he left, and it was going to be a joke. But you know, when he was sitting there talking about all that shit, I was just waiting for Jed to be like, "Oh, horse shit."
You
know, Jed is about to do him.
Yeah. He does know that you can carburate him, right?
He just don't like him.
I know.
Gentlemen, on that note, I got to wake up in the morning. You guys have a good life. Chris, I hope you hit your 500, dude. You can do it.
Thanks, buddy. Yep, it'll happen.
Yeah, man.
Thanks for joining us, man. We'll talk to you later, bud.
I'll see you later.
Later.
It better happen. You only need 11 subs.
I got to do the same thing. It's like 2 a.m. here. So,
all right. Hey, Dustin, you may want to look into helmets now because you might have to special order one for a head as big as yours.
Wow.
I'm bringing the
how do
heat.
You know how big his head is.
Bringing the heat. Look at it. Jesus. It's the size of that door right there. I don't believe in parallax, but I'm pretty sure that it's about the size of that door.
This house was built in like 1876, so people were smaller back then.
Johnny, you don't have to worry about a helmet.
Yeah, I'm not going.
You're not going to be there.
That is a load of shit. Blake and I were talking about the police car, and I was like, perfect. There's no door handles in the back. We'll go get Johnny. We'll throw him in. He can't escape. We'll have the partition between the front and rear seats.
It's already set for him to piss in. Obviously, he was talking about that.
What the hell happened? There was like 10 people in here.
I know. I was telling them while Blake was talking about all that Hemi stuff, I was waiting for you just to explode going, oh, shit.
Dude, did you see me coddling my carburetor? Because I needed a comfort device.
I gotta point something.
Emotional support carburetor.
I need to know what the hell's going on with this right here. I couldn't help but see this, and I was like, all right, who's trolling me?
Yeah, that too. That's crazy.
Who's trolling me? Okay. That's what I want to know.
That's probably just Mopar Joe.
I thought it was pretty funny.
Joe is a good looking honky.
I do have one question for Johnny Mopar. Why do you look so familiar?
I can tell you why. Have you ever seen Full Metal Jacket? Do you know Gomer Pyle? I'm telling you right now, Johnny
You bastard.
Oh man.
I have a YouTube channel. Maybe you saw my YouTube channel.
It might be just, I don't know. It just, when you come on, I was like, man, this guy looks familiar. Like,
oh, he's YouTube famous. He's the guy who originally owned the General Mayhem.
Oh, yeah.
I did. It's right there. There's the car. I wear the shirt because I used to own that car for a little while. Makes me sad every time I put it on. No, it doesn't. It doesn't make me sad. I don't care.
If they gave you an opportunity to buy it back, would you, Johnny?
if my YouTube channel was bankrolling, like it was kicking ass, millions of subs, tons of money pouring in, fuck yeah, I'd buy it back.
You know what you guys need to do?
What?
You just need to whistle and diesel your channels.
No.
So like, Chris, you need to take that Roadrunner and you just need to like demo derby it. Like, I'll supply a Hemi, my Pro Stock Gen 2 Hemi. And that way you're guaranteed to kick some ass.
Here. There's Johnny Mopar right there. That is him. Tell me that is not Johnny Mopar. Come on. That is Johnny.
I think
Johnny's long lost dad.
That looks like.
Kind of looks like some kind of weird love child between Brian and Johnny Mopar.
There's Johnny with the shaved head. Tell me that's not Johnny Mopar.
Yep.
I'm joking.
He's my brother. Long lost brother.
There's a Dodge commercial where this guy pulls up in the truck and said, "That thing got a Hemi in it."
Yeah.
Dodge. That's who you remind me of, man.
That's hilarious.
Well, it's funny. When I bought my blue Roadrunner, somebody actually did that to me. I had an 02 Dodge, and so it was that body style just came out, and that commercial was brand new right at the time, and I had the Roadrunner in the back. And these two guys just couldn't help themselves. They pulled up alongside of me, and they said, "Does that thing got a Hemi in it?" I had to say no to both because mine was an 02. It had the 360 in it. It was before the Gen 3 Hemi came out. And the Roadrunner didn't have any drivetrain.
The auction I bought my truck at, there was a motor sitting on the floor. My buddy called me and said, "You see that motor that's on there?" I said, "Yeah, for $10,000. He said, "That motor's got 5,000 miles on it." It was a 68, maybe a 426 Hemi. Can't remember what all it said, but had a factory dual carburetor intake. Apparently something about the motor, you could use it from like 66 to 69 or something.
Yeah.
Because it had no code on it, I guess.
68 blocks, they only 68 was the first year to incorporate a VIN number, but the VIN number was very rarely stamped. It was stamped on the rear of the bell housing. Very hard to read.
Really?
Yeah. They didn't
on the
start
block,
putting VIN numbers
right
on
where the bell housing comes together.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's on the top rail of it, and
Yeah.
they're mostly on like the Hemi cars, like the Hemi Darts and Barracudas. 69 or 70 was when they started putting the VIN on the pan rail, like on a standard 440.
Yeah, it was 69.
69. Thank you, Johnny.
Yeah.
But
I think I've heard some conflicting stuff about 67s, but I don't know. Some people say 67 and older, no VIN numbers at all on any motor. But I've heard some,
That should be right. Yeah, I mean,
yeah, I thought it was right too.
Might have got them, but it wouldn't be very many.
Yeah, it's possible.
But
I have a 68 440 block that's got the VIN numbers on the back, like you're talking about, right on the top of the block where the bell housing attaches to it.
Oh,
I didn't know that for the longest time, that the 68s had their VIN number there.
Huh.
But 69 and later, they had that machine flat area right where the oil pan on the passenger side meets, and then the VIN stamped in there. So, and then
I was watching the auction and see what it sold for. It sold for like $12,500. And I was asking my buddy, "So what's so special about that motor?" He said, "Man, it'll go into any model like 66, 67 to like 69, I guess, and be technically a numbers matching car because it didn't have no numbers."
Oh, warranty
should
block.
have a date code on it though, should it? Oh, it might have been a warranty block, yeah.
And
the warranty block was over a date code. When did that sell for $12,500?
Yeah, it went for $12,500.
When it went?
3 weeks ago.
That was dirt fucking cheap. That was half price.
And it had the factory dual carburetor intake on it.
Yeah,
straight from Dodge.
My buddy just sold his for $25,000.
Yeah.
Wow.
I've got enough parts to build 2 Gen 2 Hemis. I just don't have another block. I sold all my other blocks.
I've still got to buy parts for this motor. I I got to figure out headers for it, and
the small block behind you.
Yeah, it's a 318. It's going in the 79 Dodge Aspen. So
I can't help you there.
Body or B body headers. Really don't be it.
That'd be the Dustin guy or Dutch. He'd I don't deal in those cars. I'm a A and B body guy now. I used to just say B body. Fucking A bodies.
Well, Johnny's an A and B body guy too. So
I'm whatever I get kind of body.
Hey, that's me.
Johnny, you got an A body.
I got one.
I'd like a C body.
I grew up around Chevrolet, but I think I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 4 Dodges and 1 Chevrolet.
That's what it should be.
That's a good ratio.
I got my truck that I think I figured up. I got $800 in it. I paid $240 for it. $37 worth of auction fees and tires and a fuel pump, and I've been driving it ever since.
I bought a $3,000 70 Charger, and I put a $10,000 wedge in it.
That's doing it right.
Yeah. I've got a $100 Aspen. I'm putting a $200 motor and transmission in.
I wish I would have done that.
I like the car because you don't see. I ain't really seen too many Aspens. Maybe 1 or 2 my whole life.
Most of them have returned to the earth.
Probably not the most popular Mopar that people are going to be like, what's that? But I don't care. It's cheap. I've got a motor for it.
That's all that matters in this game.
Well, they've either. I think the whole thing about those Aspens and stuff is either Dutch bought it or it's returned to the earth. You know, just rusted.
Yeah.
You don't see them.
They're kind of like the 73 to 76 A bodies. Everybody stole the disc brakes off of them because they're big. Put them on their B bodies and E bodies. They junked the rest of the car.
Yeah, this car's in actually pretty good shape for it's been sitting behind a car dealer's shop for years, and he had quite a few cars that he had just sitting sold. And I hate to say it, but a lot of them are probably derby cars by now. There's people from New York and all over states buying these old Imperials and these big body cars, and just you know what they're going to. They're going to the derbies.
Damn,
it's a shame.
But they was rough. I mean, some of them, I was afraid to see them pick them up with a forklift or anything. I thought they were going to fall apart. But luckily, I got the Aspen. It's in pretty good shape. I don't really think it's got any rust on it. Tires are aired up on it when we got there. So,
I say my buddy Chris at the pawn shop who does all my gun stuff. He was telling me the other day that his uncle gave him a Duster, and I was telling him like all the things to look for in a Duster, know what year it is, if it's a cool one or if it's not a cool one. And I get a message on Facebook. I'm talking about like the 75s and 6s, Brian. Don't you give me that look.
They're all cool.
And he sends me pictures the other day, and I'm like, that's the weirdest looking Duster I ever seen. It's a fucking 76 Volare.
I think they called some of those Dusters, though.
And it's got a slant 6, and he's asking me all sorts of questions. It's like, dude, I don't know a damn thing about those cars. But he's going to get it running, and that's going to be his daily driver.
There's a guy a couple hours away from me. He's a big Mopar guy, and he's got a 71 Cuda, maybe. I can't remember what. He's got a few cars, so I can't remember what it is. But he's a drag racer, and he's got a big old supercharger hanging out the hood, and it's just, it's nasty.
That'd be cool.
Big old Hemi. It's not a street car by no means, but if you've ever watched Street Outlaws, I think he's on a couple of episodes. His name's Doc Baker.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, yeah. I think a few of us are familiar with Doc Baker.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
He's the coolest old dude out there. I talk to him a lot on Facebook, just back and forth, commenting on stuff, sending him messages. I met him at a track one day. You know, he just real cool. He's got a, I think it's a Dart. He put an LS in with a turbo.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
that hurt some feelings right there when I said that. I've had a couple people ask me, "You gonna put an LS in that Aspen?" I was like, "No." I like LSs. They're cheap horsepower. You go to junkyard, buy a $500 engine, throw a turbo, nitrous, whatever. It's gonna take it for a while. But I get tired of that. Every time I go to track, a car show, or look at cars, 5.3 Fox body, 5.3 C10, 5.3 truck. I was on a Facebook today seeing a 5.3 Dakota. I'm like, can y'all just not stay? Let's do a brand. Keep it in the brand. Like I would love. Like I seen it was either a Hellcat or Demon. Someone posted. It was the back end was trashed. The back bumper was probably, touching the driver's seat. It got hit hard. So I said, well, the modern transmission might be all right in it. They said it sold at auction for $5,300 and I about fell out. Like $5,300, I would have spent that money for that.
Yeah.
My wife would have probably kicked me out the house and said, you're going to leave the car, but on eBay, they're $10,000. So
easily.
Easy, yeah.
Because I Chris, look at it, I said, I wonder if these things are cheap as LSs yet. Looked on it. Oh, I better just stick this 318.
Yeah. Yeah. Somebody's got to figure out putting a cheap turbo on a 318. Then
somebody has.
Nobody's fucking doing it. There's a few guys, but nobody. It's usually a truck. But
isn't Patrick's Duster?
Patrick.
Yeah, Patrick technically, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't know how cheap his setup is, but he told me that he was running 600 horsepower with like stock internals.
If someone can teach me how to make a carburetor work on a turbo, I've got a TIG welder out there.
Blow through carb.
Blow through carb.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, Chris Thompson, the guy with the turbocharged Dart at the track, he texted me an article on how to do it. How you take a Holly apart and then modify it so you can turn it into a blow-through carburetor.
Really? Yeah, a lot of guys will go and blow a bunch of money on a special blow-through carburetor, but all you gotta do is modify it. It don't take much.
No, it was. I was surprised because I read the article and I was like, "Well, damn, that looks pretty freaking easy, actually."
You're gonna want a better carburetor than that.
This one is probably junk. You can't really see, but back here.
Yeah, you're gonna want a better carburetor than that.
I just had this laying around. It's been on fire. It's melted all this.
You're gonna want a carburetor like what I was holding up earlier, that Demon. You're gonna want a contour main body.
I wish I would have kept my 650 double bumper or 750, whatever it was. I should have never got rid of that carburetor. But I sold my old race car, sold all my stuff, started having kids. That's another story.
If you want to do a blow through, you need something with a contoured main body like this Demon.
Yep.
You're going to need something like that. Down leg or an annular booster setup. That's what you need for a proper blow through.
Because like my channel, I ain't got a whole lot of money, but I have a little bit of money here and there. But I ain't gonna be on here trying to, let's Hellcat swap this or this or this. I'm going to the junkyard, pulling a turbo off a car or a supercharger off a car, and we're gonna come in here and do some makeshift welding and make it work.
That's hot rodding right there.
Yeah.
I'm all about being budget friendly. There's a U-pull an hour away from me, and I've seen a bunch of these guys take a GM supercharger. I can't remember what it's called, but anyways, it comes off a V6. They'll put them on
3800 series.
Yep, 3800 series. They'll take them superchargers, take a flat piece of metal, cut a hole in the bottom of it, make an adapter plate, and put it on whatever. I don't care if it makes 1 pound of boost. It's just gonna look cool.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to figure out what I should put on top of that 318.
Tunnel ram.
Dude.
Tunnel ram sold, by the way, Brian.
Have you seen
did it?
Holly? Fuck. Sky Ram.
So I was silly. Yeah, their April Fool's joke.
They pull that shit every year.
Chris, what size tires are you gonna put on the back of that? Have you looked into or what kind of tires are you going with?
On the Aspen?
No, I'm talking Chris on that Roadrunner.
The Craigers I got, the 15x10s, have L50 15s. I have to test fit them. I'm pretty sure they'll fit.
They
sure.
should.
Yeah. What do you got on yours, Jed?
I put 295 50-15s because it's wide.
Yeah.
It's a 26-inch tall tire, or 26 and a half, so it don't mess up your speedometer gear at all. So your speedometer will read right. The problem I have with that tire is it's so freaking short. It looks kind of silly. A 275 60.
Yeah.
It's a little bit narrower, but it's 28 inches tall, and that's just the money.
That's what I put on my van. Because I was looking between the 295 and I was like, I want to fill up that gap a little bit more. And I'm happy with the 275.
Well, what year's your van?
78.
The same as Dad's.
Yeah, so you should be able to test fit. I guess the offset's different though on your Craigers. I was gonna say you take the wheel off of the van and pull wheel and tire and put it on there and test fit it.
Yeah, I guess I could. That's a great yeah. Ideally the tire I would want to run is something that because like I said, I don't really care too much about driving this car on the street, but I want it to be streetable.
Then go to a Nitto 325 50-15. That's what I run on the back of Jezebel. It's 28 tall, about 13 and a half inches wide. Yeah. That's a good tire, and they're cheap. They're about 200, and they used to be about $220 a piece.
No shit.
They hook up pretty good.
Do they?
And they last. Like the tires that are on Jezebel, they're dangerous to be driving on right now, but they're about 6 years old.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they don't like sitting around too much, but surprisingly, they haven't got any flat spots.
Yeah, that's tractions. I just have to be able to optimize. That's why I haven't really dumped any money on parts yet, because I really need to figure out what I'm going to do, because I want it. I mean, it's 8th mile. I've never ran the 8th mile. I just need to make sure gearing, all that shit. Jed, what can you tell me about? Should I just scrap the 3-speed? Is it even capable of handling any type of power at all? I've heard
about a manual.
Yeah.
I was looking at some of your photos. I don't know anybody who's ever run a normal 3-speed. The only 3 speeds I've ever heard of guys running is the T85, which is the max wedge 3-speed, and those will handle power.
Yeah,
but they predate the 833. If you can get your hands on an 833 regular 4-speed, that you'd be miles ahead.
I was going to ask you about that because I have one available to me. It probably needs to be rebuilt for $400.
Make sure it's the right one. 70.
How can I tell? I need to know how to tell.
Okay, so 70 and newer will have a dual shifter pad. So you have a shifter in the back right next to this where the slip yoke goes.
Okay.
And then you'll have one up by the main case.
Okay.
Like the transmission it's in Jezebel should be like that because it should be a 70, but I have a 67 tranny. It only has one shifter mounting, and it's kind of midway. Okay. And your shifter will mount in the back in E-body location.
Okay.
So in 70, when they came out with the E-body Cudas and Challengers, they added that extra shifter in the back to put them in the E-bodies. And basically, 71 to 4B body is basically an E-body.
Okay.
Yeah. As far as that shit goes.
Okay. Have you ever rebuilt one of those 833s?
No, my buddy Jesse here local, he did mine. If you're going to get one redone, there's no way Danny Brewer could get it done in time for the race.
Yeah.
But he's the man. If you're going to get a rebuild kit, call Danny. Okay. Tell him I sent you and get a kit from him because his gaskets are special. They don't leak. They don't take any kind of sealer. They put them on dry and they don't leak. And that's one thing I'm really happy about with my tranny is it doesn't leak a drop. Nothing underneath. There's not a drip underneath my car at all.
Okay.
So if you get a rebuild kit, get it from Dan Brewer.
Okay.
Even mention, your podcast. He's all about kind of, advertising with cool Mopar people.
Right on. Yeah, it's probably. I'm debating whether or not I would want to take on something like that because I don't know if I trust myself.
Oh, it's the worst part about doing an 833 is knowing how.
Shit, we just lost Jed.
We just lost audio. Huh? That's
what
weird.
happened there.
Oh no, we lost Jedi or Jedi.
There we go. All right.
Bump my mic. So the worst part is there's needle bearings and they're all like individual.
Yeah.
You got to get all the needle bearings kind of laid in place. If they get dislodged, then it's never going to go together right. A competent guy who's done it before, they can have it done in basically an afternoon.
Okay.
They can take it apart one afternoon, check everything. If you got all the parts already there, they can have it done in the afternoon. It's not a super complex transmission.
Yeah.
And they'll handle about 600 horsepower with, like the stock parts. Nothing crazy, no face plating, none of that shit. If you just want simplicity for like this event, just put a 727 in it.
Fuck, see, everybody says that. God damn it.
It's the loser cheap way of doing it. No, just because he's already got the clutch pedals. And I mean, if you didn't care about having a manual transmission in the car, you can get stinky money out of those pedals. But since you have it,
I want to keep it.
Yeah. Well, I can get you an e-body shifter. That's what your car would need, would be an e-body shifter, like a little baby pistol grip. In fact, there's one.
Yeah, I got one around.
Yeah. So you just need that little guy.
Okay.
These are cheap. You can pick these up because there's a million of these out there. This one actually gave to me.
Jesus
the chrome
Christ.
was flaking off of it, and you can't see it on camera, but I actually heat tempered it and polished it, so it's purple and blue.
Oh, cool.
But yeah, you can get these for about $100.
Oh, no shit. Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure there's somebody out there thinking it's worth $1 million because it's a pistol grip.
Oh, there always is.
And then you can, if you're going to keep, if you want to make it a 4-speed, get a hold of my guy Nick Timbakis up in New York, and he'll make you custom wood grips like what's in Jezebel, and you get whatever you want.
Cool.
Yeah, you can have them match the car. You can have them look all ratty and crap.
Yes.
I had them make the ones in Jezebel. They were made specifically for her. They look like some guy whittled them out of a freaking tree.
Sweet. It's funny you said 727 because I talked to a guy I know that he has a lot of fast shit, like really fast shit, 2,000 plus horsepower twin turbo shit, and I told him about the car shit. He's like, put a 727 in. I was like, I want to keep it 3 pedals, and he's like, what do you want to lose? He's like, I was like, fuck, man, you're killing me right now.
If you want 727, get a hold of John Cope.
Yeah, Cope.
Now here's the thing, though. You need to find somebody who has one of those cars. If you find somebody that has one of those cars with the slapstick in it,
yeah,
and try driving that around because those are pretty fun.
That is the best automatic shifter ever made.
Really?
That's the only thing that keeps me from wanting to convert my 73 to a 4-speed. That's the only factory Mopar shifter of, at least until that point, that actually has lockout gate plates. So it's first, it locks in at ratchets, and then you pump it to second, it locks in. So like on a 68 to 70 Charger, the shifter, you can literally go all the way without pushing the button. You can go all the way from first all the way to neutral if you're not ginger with it. Same thing with like the darts and everything. I hate that shifter. I think it's a pile of garbage. But that slapstick, it not only is it super cool in the fact it ratchets, but it's also each little letter on the indicator is a different color, and it lights up like a rainbow. It's a super cool shifter.
Huh.
It lives up to the name, slapstick.
Yes, you can beat the hell out of that thing. You'll break the plastic before you get it to shift into another gear.
Yep.
Ask me how I know.
I got a question for you, Jed. Stock 727, will it handle a beating? on a stock.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The 727 is one of the strongest automatic transmissions of the era.
That's what everyone's told me. I probably got the best transmission I could possibly get.
Yeah.
Automatic. And the small block 727s are getting harder and harder to find.
Yeah, a small block 727 is worth significantly more than a big block one, just because of the Gen 3 Hemi guys. Don't get me started on Gen 3 Hemis, please. Yeah, these guys know. These guys all know. They're fucking atrocious. But yeah, if you got a real 727 on the back of that engine, you're good to go.
Yeah.
Put maybe a shift kit in it. Put a deep pan on there. A bolt-in sprag would be a great idea, really.
Yeah, because you won't have to worry too much about shifting when you're doing your burnout and stuff like that. And
yeah.
Blake says, "Get you a bolt-in sprag for a 727."
I actually had a question for Blake, but I didn't know if it was going to bring up any bad thing. But I was wondering, maybe you can answer in the chat. Now that Holly's doing all that stuff, is that actually hurting his business any, or is he just transitioned into doing other things that Holly does now? It'll be a minute before he answers because of the.
Well, I wanted to talk to Ken just a little bit. Him and I've been emailing, so I got the ball rolling at Holly for his issue with that Terminator X he bought that got lost.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that guy who reached out to me, that top level guy at Holly, who wanted to make things right on my carb thing. I sent him an email today. It's like, hey, dude, I found a way you can make things right by me. And he is so pissed off just in the fact that it's been a year. Did you know that package of Ken's, that $1,200 Terminator X, was lost a year ago, and nobody's done anything to help him out?
That's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah. So
that sucks.
My guy at Holly is going to solve that, and it's part of, him and I talked about it. It's trying to fix their PR because their reputation's right now in the garbage. At least with carburetor guys.
Well, and obviously with anybody that they're losing stuff.
Yeah. It's all on UPS. They're the ones who delivered at the wrong address, but UPS is dicking them around too.
Yeah.
It's been a year. So
that's insane.
Yeah.
That is fucking insane. Well.
So they delivered it to the wrong address, and the guy who got it was like, "Oh, screw it." He probably already sold it on eBay.
Probably.
God, yeah. Could you imagine?
Did you see Blake's answer?
Yeah, I saw it.
Okay.
Okay.
Just not in Gen 3 poly engines. Just not. Thank you, Raker.
So, Jed, I got you on here. How can I for sure tell this is a 727? Because I just went by the guy's word. So I didn't even really looked into it.
All you got to do is look at the transmission pan. Real dead giveaway. If it's a square, basically, a basic square shape, 904. But if it's got a kick out on one side, Johnny, what side is that on?
The right side, right?
Oh, I think it is passenger side. Yeah.
That looks like a 727.
Yeah.
It looks like the one in Mr. Norm. Mr. Norm's got a small block 727 in it.
Yeah, that's 727.
Yeah, that's 727.
Yeah, you're good.
Oh.
Nice.
Yeah. Thank you, Brian.
I had $200 in it, so I said, well, the motor's worth $200, so
yeah.
If anything, I got a motor.
So yeah, you got a good 318 and that 727. I mean, if you pull the stick on it, it's got fluid on it, and it don't smell burnt, I'd just run it.
Yeah.
That's probably what's going to happen.
Yeah, probably just. I mean, if anything, just put a deep pan on it so you got plenty of fluid.
That's basically what I. Well, that's all I'm doing to mine.
Yeah. You can buy those pans pretty cheap on eBay. Those aluminum fin ones, whatever. Or you can even get those later model steel ones, those deep steel ones.
Well, mine came out of the motorhome, so it's got the short tail shaft.
Oh.
But I got the kit. I'm having my dad, because he knows more about that shit. I could do it, but make the old man do it. He's gonna pull it apart and just swap the tail shaft. I'm not even gonna look at the clutches because I know that transmission was good.
Yeah, I'm new to all this Mopar stuff, really. So I've got a lot to learn and do. I grew up, like I said earlier, all around Chevrolet. So the Mopar.
Start watching Jed's channel. I learn a lot off Jed's stuff.
I'm gonna say, watch Johnny Mopar.
If you want to learn how to align a car like a fucking redneck, watch Johnny Mopar.
Jack sands and string.
Oh, that was actually an amazing. He had me enthralled. That was one of my favorite videos of Johnny's. I was telling him that in Vegas.
That's one of my best videos. It's funny because there's just nobody else has done it really. You know,
one of the tips I learned about YouTube, and I don't know how well it would transfer over with cars, but it made sense. They were saying, look, if you want to get to 1,000 subscribers real quick, you have to do the most basic, simple how-to videos that you could think of. You know, almost as easy as how to change oil. They said, look at this, how to drill a hole in a wall video. And it had like 1.4 million views. And I was like, wow, that's insane. But then you think about it.
I'm going to do something stupid like that.
Dude, I've thought about, like, if I'm fixing something, like, I know my garbage disposal was having a problem. And I could not find shit on Google. And I was like, fucking YouTube. YouTube had a guy that had the exact same one. He's like, oh, it's super easy. And I was like, oh, yeah, no shit. And I thought about it after they said that. And I was like, yeah, you know, they're right. There's many things that it's simple Mopar things that anybody who, you know, knows something about Mopars, you could do there's like, it's limitless, you know?
You know what hurts me is I don't have a car that's all together. If I had a car that's all together, I could do 1 million of those little stupid videos on Mopar stuff, because back when I owned my first one, that I had to keep it running because that's what I drove every day. So all that little stuff that was just common knowledge back then isn't common knowledge anymore.
But you're building a car from the ground up. You're going to have a chance to do all of those.
Yeah, but I'm talking about right now.
General shit too, Brian. Like, for example, like you did the paint, you know, just painting the engine bay and shit. All you'd have to do is do a video on, hey, if you're going to rattle can something, this is how you do it and not get, you know, runs.
Well,
that kind of shit.
My next video that probably be out Sunday, I'm probably going to film it tomorrow, is going to be, well, no, I'm not going to be able to do that yet. See, it's just got so much shit, but I'm doing a Rust-Oleum paint job on that car.
Nice.
Yeah.
I've already figured out what primer to buy, everything, and I'm going to do a whole Rust-Oleum paint job.
You put that in there, put that in the title.
Cheap paint job
or cheap Rust-Oleum paint job.
How to make a cheap rattle can paint job look good.
There you go. Well, I'm not doing it with a rattle can. No, I'm doing it with a gun, but
a Harbor Freight gun.
Yes,
it is Johnny, a Harbor Freight gun.
Right. There you go.
Freight gun, Walmart paint job.
Yeah, now you're talking.
There's your 20,000 subs, dude. Sorry, speed shop.
Yeah, look out me, Dust Devil Garage coming up with his Walmart. Dude, you should. Here's an idea. Go to Harbor Freight, get a little pancake air compressor, one of those little baby cheap ones, and get a fresh gun. Go to Walmart.
I have a Harbor Freight compressor. It's a piece of crap.
I was gonna say, just go right there in the Walmart parking lot and see how long it takes for you to get kicked out while you're doing a paint job in the parking
lot.
Dude, there's your million views right there. Dude.
That's genius. That's fucking genius.
That right there. Yep.
That is it. Jed's onto something there, dude.
I was gonna do a video on, because the alternator went out in my wife's Charger, and I was gonna do a video changing that in a Sam's parking lot. I should have, but it was really hot that day, and I got really aggravated, and I was just like, no, I'm not filming this shit, because I don't want to film me cussing, throwing a fit, throwing tools and shit, and it'd probably get 1 million views, but I don't want to be known as that guy.
Oh, you mean like the guy who pissed off half the internet because he did a burnout because he got forced into it and he blew up a Very expensive clutch that McLeod promised him would hold 600 horsepower, but it was only rated for 550.
No, more like I don't want to be the guy who has a yard full of cars.
Oh.
And complains about everything and says, I got racing heads.
Not you.
No, not you. I got a 9-second Challenger.
Oh, I don't have that.
Well, it was a 10-second drag car with a racing 340 with racing X heads, and he put fiberglass doors on it. And now it's a 9-second car.
Now it's going to be a 9-second car. Yeah.
Yeah. It takes me 9 seconds to get in my car.
Yeah. It's going to take him 2 years to unload all the junk off the top of the car.
I will say this. Beamer is a nice guy.
He might be, but he aggravates the piss out of me. There's certain people I just don't like, and I don't like them. Like that guy, the guy who Ruben's racing. What's his name? I can't remember his name. The guy at Blown Budget Garage. I can't remember his name, but I just don't like that motherfucker.
No, he changed his name.
It's America. I could just not like people.
He changed his YouTube name. He's Blowing Goats Garage now.
Yeah, that's probably what it should be.
Or Randall. Was it Randall?
Yeah, Randall.
Yeah.
Randall.
I just don't like him. And, it's America. I could not like somebody.
Blowing goats. I cracked myself up.
So that's another question for you. Since
he's lucky he didn't call me out.
You good with the carburetors yet?
No, I'm absolute shit at them.
He has nothing.
I'm good at pretending.
Well,
I'm pretty decent with them, man.
Say I go get this supercharger off the GM 3800, throw it on this 318. The carburetor, would that still need to be like a draw through setup instead of a blow
through?
I guess
it's going to suck the.
I was gonna say I do naturally aspirated, man. I don't mess around with blowers, turbos in any way. I let the carburetor
go. Nitrous with my stock 318 old.
Oh, you'd be fine. Yeah. You could probably
150 shots.
I would say 150 shot on that, and you'd be fine. And
if you put head studs on it and good head gaskets, I was told it'll take 300. That's what I was told.
Well,
but if you put 150 shot on that motor on a plate, you will probably crap your pants in that car.
If you're going to put nitrous on it, well, no matter what you do, if you're going to hop it up with nitrous or turbo or blower, you're going to want something bigger. You're going to probably want about a 700 double pumper. Yeah. I don't know if I'd go up to a 750. That'd be a bit much.
Is it okay? Because I was looking at 750 double pumpers.
Yeah, 750 would be kind of big for that.
Well, I'm just going to reiterate this. There's really no such thing as over carbureting an engine. What you do is you over air it. It's pretty easy when you think about it, like this demon here. So, your air's got to pass through those throttle blades, but this hole on your Venturi side is X size. So this is ultimately what determines your CFM rating. A lot of the base plates have the same size on the bottom. They're just contoured differently. So say you put a 650 on your car and it's wicked. You have great throttle response. Say it's a 318 and you just feel like it could be bigger. So you put a 750 on there and it feels pretty good. Then you put an 850 on there and you're trying to figure out, why is this thing running so freaking pig rich? Like you just keep throwing more and more jet at it. Because on an 850, you're going to have more air, or you're going to have to add more fuel. The only thing you can change on a carburetor is fuel. Air is static. The engine's only going to take as much air as it can possibly handle. So you have to kind of get what size carburetor you need down. So say you have a 318 and it makes 250 horsepower, because that's pretty standard. That's probably about right. So it's only going to need, let's just say for for lack of argument, let's just say it only needs, say, 400 CFM of air at 4,000 RPM. Well, you're supplying that much air through a hole, say, this big, and on a 650. Well, when you go to a 750, say that hole is now this big. So it's going to try and suck that air through the bigger hole, which is going to slow down your air velocity through the venturi. Thank you, Brian.
I was waiting for that.
And the bigger the carburetor gets, the bigger you make that diameter hole, which is slowing down the velocity of the air, which is then hindering your throttle response. All while not only doing that, but you're going to have to compensate with jets, and it's never going to feel right. So there is a right way to pick the right size carburetor. I typically, to me, the 650 double pumper is the most versatile carburetor there is. A lot of, like on a tunnel ram setup, 2 650s will feed 650 horsepower easy all day long and do better. Like on my 500-inch stroker, it makes 634 horsepower with 2 650 double pumpers. That's all it needs. And it can make more power with those. So, yeah, I mean, and when you start adding power adders, it starts to really muddy the waters as far as carburetors go. But typically, if you can get away with a smaller carburetor, you're going to get better street manners, better throttle response, less likely to bog. So, yeah.
Well, and the thing is with nitrous, too, you got to think. You're adding more fuel. That is the whole thing about nitrous, is you're able to add more fuel to be burnt. The nitrous itself does not burn. Okay, Fast and Furious. Oh, the car blew up because it had not. No, the nitrous does not burn.
Yeah, I've been around.
The nitrous is actually adding more air so you can burn more fuel. Same way with a supercharger, you're pushing more air in it so you can burn more fuel. Same way with a turbo. It's all about adding more air so you can. It's artificial ways to add more air so you can burn more fuel.
That's right.
So, you know,
I was advised 300 shots, and what Blake said on a progressive nitrous controller. It's
the
318 stock and turbos can handle it.
I love the progressive controllers. It makes.
That's what I'm looking for.
It makes the right
500 shot on there, Chris.
There's a guy locally on OfferUp that has a brand new Nitrous Express kit with a bottle heater, fucking bottle opener. It's complete. He had it posted like a year ago for $1,400. Nobody bought it. He dropped it in half, and now he's at $500, and I can't get a hold of him. I'm like, dude, I'll buy it right now because it's got a late model Hemi plate, but you can change it. It's got everything else I need, and I'll just sell the plate or whatever. But
you can pick up a plate.
Yeah, and
I got one.
Really? I'll just get some different pills or whatever, and then. But yeah, I think I'm gonna throw 300 at it and see. I am gonna do a little. I just don't think. Let me put it this way: a lady with a bunch of parts has a 360 block, and I was like, I guess I could buy that. But I really want the failsafe to be the 318. I need to get the 318 running and know that it's good. That way, there's no pressure, and I can try to build something else in time for No Name. And if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. I still got the 318. We'll throw some nitrous on it, and I know you will.
Change that intake. That dual plane's going to be just not a great option.
So, single plane for nitrous, right?
Yeah.
Is that what they say?
Yeah, single plane.
Are you going to stay small block in the long run, or are you going to go big block?
To be honest, I want to put the 451 in it on nitrous for No Name 2.
Okay,
I wouldn't waste a lot of money then.
I was going to say, I've got a really killer small block single plane intake. It's a strip dominator. It's the best damn small block intake you're ever going to find. But if you're not going to stay small block in any fashion, you don't need to invest in an intake like that. Just get a cheap torquer. Those I regularly pick up and punt for about $100. It'll do everything you need it to do.
I need to look at some. The problem is like locally around here, I can find big block intakes all day long, but the only ones I've been able to find used for small blocks, I have an Action Plus, and I have a Performer 318 360. Those are the only ones I've managed to buy. They were cheap.
I'll get on the horn.
That's why I'm building a big block. That's why I went.
Dude, it's so much easier.
See, around here, Mopar stuff is hard to come by. It's all Chevy.
I bet there's the right people around. You just got to get to know the right people.
Yeah, I know a couple of people that I'm going to talk to when the time comes to it, because I'm pretty sure they probably got one laying in the back shelf of the shop because, they don't need it.
You just got to find the right people, because that's one thing. I don't know. I don't know about Chevy and Ford guys, but Mopar guys are hoarders.
Hey, it's not hoarding if it's cool shit.
Yeah, no, it's correct. Well, okay, but I'm just saying, I don't know a Chevy guys that got racks and racks of Chevy parts, but goddamn, every Mopar guy I know that's been a Mopar guy for a while has shit.
Isn't that weird?
And some of them are so nice they'll just give it to you. I've had shit given to me.
Me too.
Me too.
Yeah.
I had some weird guy in California who was like, "You want a duster?" And I was like, "No." He's like, "Do you want a duster?" What do you mean, want? Yeah.
I got a guy who said, "Do you want a duster out here in the woods? You can take any parts off of it you want." All right.
You didn't show us what happened behind those scenes. I didn't have to meet the guy in person.
I didn't do nothing. All I did was give the guy a couple of stickers. Yes, I need to get in touch with him.
Is that what we're calling him now?
Stickers.
The old sticker trick, huh?
Wait,
you notice how Brian looks like he's in the witness protection program, hiding his identity with all that shadowing on his face?
Yeah. I moved, and I don't have good lighting over here yet. I haven't set up. I've been doing all my lives from the shop. This is the first live I've done at home for a month now.
Chris, I found you an intake.
Yeah, let me know, Jed.
So it's a little high price. It's $200, but it's cheap. I mean, it's kind of crappy looking. It's on eBay. It's got some bolts broke off in the thermostat housing, which could be removed. He's got a make offer deal, so offer him like $125 and just haggle from there on eBay. But it's just search 340 torquer. It'll pull it up. Like I said, it's pretty nasty looking. You can haggle him down probably considerably. Get those bolts extracted, and that'll do you a good job unless you can find some swap meets. Typically at a swap meet, you can pick up a torquer intake. If I knew we were going to be trying to find you one, I could have picked one up for you probably. All the swap meets are done around here for release Mopar stuff. You don't want to spend $200. I'll keep on the lookout for you.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk to some guys here locally that I know that got Mopar parts galore in their shops. And right now I'm kind of holding off because I'm about to switch jobs. So I'm kind of holding off everything as far as going deep into spending money because it's just job change. I want to be sure I got money put back for it. But hopefully this new job will be a lot better pay, $5 or $6 more an hour. And only downside is it's a swing shift job, so I'll be working days and nights. So I'm hoping that I can still play it out right where I can still got no name, even just to spectate. Because I don't see me getting 500 subscribers before then with 174 days. And I got to
You could if you wanted to. Raker, did you say you know where there's an intake? Is that what you're saying? I'm sorry, I suck at chat on my own. And this
found you another one, Chris.
What do you got? Now you got me on eBay.
I'm on Facebook Marketplace, $95.
Really?
340 torquer intake. It's in Hinckley, Illinois. I'm gonna send it to you,
Brian. Where is that compared to you?
In case the guy won't ship it.
I'll pay you to ship it.
Hold on.
Networking at its finest. It's coming your way on Facebook. This is about reasonable here.
Hinckley?
Hang on, I'll send it to you too, Brian.
Hinckley, Illinois. That sounds like
I got no idea.
Deliverance country.
Let's see.
Oh, that is not near me. That is up by Chicago.
Oh,
Raker.
If the guy won't ship it, I got a buddy named Thomas who lives in Genoa.
Okay.
He's up by Chicagoland. He'll go pick it up and ship it to you.
Yeah, I'll make it worth his while.
He's a cool guy. Oh, that's not far from Ottawa, Illinois. That's funny. Yeah, we'll get you an intake, man. A little better one. What does that have on it? An LD 340?
It's got an LD 4B on it.
Okay. An LD. Yeah. Okay. So that's the 273 intake. That needs. That needs to. Throw that on for A bodies only. You'll probably get 250 for it.
No shit. Fuck. I really thought it would be cool to have a tunnel ram. I really did, but then you're adding some shit, some expense. Then you got 2 carbs instead of 1. And
you're looking at $90 for or more for linkage. Yeah. And
now, who knows? I may fall in love with this fucking 318 after throwing 300 shots at it and it's smiling, going fuck more, feed me more, daddy.
You know that they make. I don't know if Jegs has one or not. I thought Rob was talking about one, but they make a stroker kit with a 4-inch crank for a 318. It gets you like 390 cubic inches.
Ooh. Oh, of course, the Street Dominators, $75 more. Fuck you.
If I knew that I could grab this other RV, get that 440 out and get it running, I would probably put a 300 shot on the 318 just to blow it up. If it blows up,
Oh, Raker? No, I haven't finished welding in the frame connectors yet. I didn't work today. I was lazy. I'm gonna go to the shop early tomorrow and film and do a bunch of crap. And then my live's gonna. Now, what time are you guys doing a live? Chris and Johnny, you got one going on tomorrow?
Yeah, 8 o'clock.
8 p.m.
We're gonna talk
8 p.m. So that'll be what? 11 my time. Okay. Well, I'll probably just kick off my live early and we'll watch yours.
I think it'd be 10. Aren't you? I think you're about 2 hours, aren't you? 2 hours ahead of us.
He's in Illinois. That's Midwest. Yeah, 2 hours.
Central, 2 hours.
Yeah, 2 hours.
Oh, so it'll be 6 my time. No, 10. 10 my time. Yeah, 10 my time.
Yep.
I might be able to be present for that. It'll be the later part.
Or I may just, because you're just doing just the 3 of you, right?
I mean, if somebody wants to join, we're trying to promote their race and their event.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it'll be Jeremy, Chris. I think Chris Field might be coming on too. So cool. He's the guy that bought Schumacher. If you got any motor mount questions.
Oh, I would like to talk to him.
Yeah. I want a pair of his Gen 2 Hemi conversion mounts for a B body.
Okay.
I want to buy a set.
Yeah, I would like to talk to him. So I may kill my live early. I may start it early and kill it early, and then let you guys do your thing.
We can do ours and then go back to yours, so we can get real nasty.
I can do that too. I've done it before. I've done it on Sundays where I do it and I shut down for Uncle Tony, and then when he's done, I fire it back up.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
I might do that because you guys don't usually when you do. You normally don't go like this, do you?
On an open house like this, we'll go long and just there's this BSing and stuff.
Yeah, I think this is the longest live feed I've been on.
I don't know. No.
Well, you're sucked in now, dude.
I'd still have another 2 hours on mine.
Yeah.
Like the past 2 weeks, it's been for every day I'm looking at hit my subscription, hit my live, see who's going live because I'm jumping in on there.
I see a bunch of people. A bunch of people are doing lives now.
Dude, I
have to credit all of that to Chris because he.
I feel like I'm watching all my. I feel like I'm watching all my little children grow. It's amazing.
He did the first one of these and gave me the idea for it. Then me and Ruben were doing it.
I wanted to run.
Now everybody's doing it.
I wanted to run something by you, Brian, because the group with me, Johnny, Blake, and Big Block, and everybody else. I was like, you know what would be cool, and you'll have to forgive me because I wasn't stealing your idea. Johnny put me in check real quick. I was like, what if we did like Project Car of the Week, but we all talked about the cars instead of just me sitting there. And he's like, Brian already did that, and I was like, what? And then it occurred to me that your first
live,
yeah,
we had our wide guys car talk.
What
See, but I
to
thought
that?
I was stealing from you doing that because you did your whole Mopar hunter thing. I was like, God damn, I'm stealing everything from Chris.
No, that's
a green light right there. That's
but I'd say yeah. Those were actually fun. I'd like to be part of another one of those.
All right, we should get something going like that. Yeah, it's a lot funner when you can bounce ideas off other people.
And then see what other that's what me and Jed and William were trying to do. That we were trying to get somebody like all the way over at your end of the country.
Yeah,
because you see different shit when you look up on Marketplace.
Yeah,
you put in your 500-mile radius. Well, that covered just about all three of us because we're all so close together.
Yeah,
in relatively close together.
Well, we were all wide guys too. That was the glory.
Yeah, we were wide. Well, I mean, you got Johnny.
I'm pretty wide myself.
You got Chris. I mean,
all those guys are skinny.
Yeah, to fit.
I think we should do a huge. We should revamp wide guys like we were going to do it and let people do it on their channels different. Because that was the idea. That was my first idea. But these guys both had 5. William's got 5,000 subs, and Jed's got his million, whatever. And I think I only had like 100 subs back when we were doing that. And these guys are like, yeah, you just do it on your channel. I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
But I was thinking if somebody did something every, you do it once a week and you have it on somebody's different channel and you advertise it.
What I tell you though, Johnny, I said Brian jacks all my fucking ideas.
I do.
Yeah. Don't Brian apologize because he was totally like, I'm totally stealing this asshole's idea.
Brian's a solid dude, I don't even find it. I doesn't bother me at all. I like it because I love this community that I'm seeing on YouTube. I'm so glad that you guys started doing shit on YouTube because it was never my space. And when people started going into it, I was like, I'll check it out. And then when I started jumping on your guys' lives, I was like, this is a pretty cool little community you guys got going on over here. I've been missing out. Yeah. I've been missing out.
Oh, we add all the time too. I mean,
I'm telling you guys, this is the fucking next shit. This is it.
I think so.
You
know what I think is going to do good for this kind of thing. Whenever the what you showed me, YouTube doing their podcast thing where they're talking about having just podcasts or a section for podcasts.
Game on, dude.
And then they're talking about advertisements that are only audio. I mean, shit, because this somebody said that before when there was 10 people up on the screen. Oh, I can't see you on my phone. I'm like, well, you want to watch a bunch of old sweaty guys talk about cars? It's about listening, We hardly ever do anything visual except
what it is. It's fuck. I can't see all you guys. It's so small.
It's so small
on the screen.
God dang it, guys. I'm having to focus too much. I can't multitask like this.
Now, one thing though, if you do that, if you want to include me in it, I'll do it. But you got to watch some of those episodes. I think there's only like 3 episodes up of that Wide Guys because we find some fucked up shit.
That's the fun part of it.
Oh, that's the best part.
One of my favorite things that just kind of randomly spurred was always trying to find the perfect road trip vehicle, and it always got dark.
Oh, yeah.
Let's find the most methed out RV or Volkswagen Beetle that all 3 of us can cram into. There was one time, what did we find? It was almost like a freaking trike. It was like a little 3-wheeler.
Yeah, it was almost like a scooter, like a Cushman scooter almost.
Yeah, we're trying to figure out how all three of us could fit on it and go on a road trip.
Oh, dude,
creatively, that's how.
That would be the shit. That your channel would explode if you did that. Be like Dumb and Dumber and Dumbest. Yep. All three guys.
Well, if that actually, see, that was the whole thing. If that would have taken off, and a lot of that is we just stopped doing it. But I think it was because this stuff started. But I wanted to do like a thing at Indy and do like a wide guys from Indy swap meet because I think we were all planning. Huh?
Why didn't we? Oh, we probably didn't do it because my booth was constantly being swarmed by this mob of people because my wasn't doing his job.
Oh yeah, that was the first year you hired me as your handler.
Well, you're supposed to always be my handler, even though
I sucked at it the first year.
You fell asleep in the booth this year.
Yeah, I'm tired. I'm surprised with all the YouTubers there, nobody filmed that. Of me being asleep in the booth.
Hey, wait till
I see Brian.
If you fall asleep in No Name, dude, that might be dangerous for you.
Name. It'll happen. It's what I do.
Somebody's gonna get a dick drawn on their forehead. I know that for a fact.
But I agree with you, Chris, as far as this stuff blowing up like it is. I've been on YouTube posting videos maybe 2.5 weeks now. And I've probably been on 5 or 6 different live feeds, and I've still just trying to subscribe to everyone that I'm.
Oh yeah. But the thing is, but at work, like I'm happy everybody's doing them during the week now because I just put my little fake earplugs in and I listen at work, and I don't watch this shit. I just listen. People talking and bullshitting and.
I was just listening. One of the guys I listen to for YouTube stuff, he was talking about how YouTube knows everything about you as the viewer. So he's like, when I wake up in the morning and I'm getting ready, I get in the shower, he's got YouTube playing, and it knows what he likes to watch in the morning. And then when he drives to his office, he's like, podcasts come on because he doesn't have to view it, So he's like, YouTube knows. So every time, like throughout the whole day, when if he goes to look at his phone, the stuff he's looking to play at that particular time during the day is being fed to him, like automatically. So, I mean, when you think about that, it's a fucking game changer, dude. It's going to make television obsolete, just like television made radio obsolete. It's going to make television obsolete because
I think it's already started. I think
so too, because it is. I mean, literally, you think about what it does. It's spoon feeding you everything you want throughout the whole day, and it's not just like one particular thing. It's like, well, what you want at this particular time. Because he was even getting into like, in the evenings when I come home, I like to hang out with the kids and we watch, like kid type shows. So all that stuff's being spoon fed to him, So you think about, and the thing is, it's not like TV. It's like, here's a group of channels. You have to pick from these, whatever, 20 channels or 1,000 cable channels, what you want to watch, and you never find what you want to watch. Now you have a venue that gives, like all of us, there's 5 people on here and everybody wants to watch something different. It's giving everything each one of us wants specifically to us at any particular time of the day.
That's something else that YouTube is doing too. And they started it with the shorts. They're letting other people, other companies out there, they stole that shit from TikTok.
Yeah.
They flat out there, TikTok, we're stealing your shit. The podcast thing, they're getting into that realm. If you look every once in a while, sometimes on your, I think somewhere on my analytics page, you get the little video down there, what's going on this week. They were talking about live stream stuff. They're doing more stuff for live streams like we're doing here.
Like, think about what they are and what they want. They want you on their platform for as long as possible.
What I'm hoping, if they go deeper in with the live stream stuff, what I'm really hoping that they do is they set it up kind of like Twitch has, to where, say, okay, Chris, you're getting ready to shut down this live. You could go click, okay, who do I know that's running a live right now? Like if Blake's still running his live, and you just say, boom, I'm rating Blake. Everybody that's in your stream right now, you could send straight over to Blake's stream. Blake knows that you sent them. And you could do that. That would be great for YouTube to do, because now we got so many people doing lives. You just send everybody watching over to the next live.
It's only a matter of time, because every social media or platform like Twitch, they all copy each other eventually, depending on what works. And live streaming is blowing up.
Mm-hmm.
The thing that I think is going to hold back a lot of us is that, you hear about divide and conquer. Everybody's got their own personal YouTube channels. I think if certain channels combined their forces and still were individuals, but I think you could get some pretty good sponsorship deals if you said, hey, you don't just get Talking Mopars with this $1 million deal. You get, Dust Devil Garage, Muscle City Madness, Johnny Mopars, Scott Speed Shop.
No, you don't get that when he already gets his own shit.
I know he already gets some. Oh, speaking of which, talk to Rob Z. I tried to become affiliated with Jegs. I don't think he has any power because it's an outside company, but I didn't realize that they were down for podcasts, and I was like, oh shit, I can be an affiliate with Jegs. So I signed up.
Well, I can get you set up on an account.
Yeah.
Yeah,
with you, Johnny, if you want to start buying from them. It, people with sizable deals that I'm friends with. I was gonna say I'm pretty proud of this. I saw this, thank God for Facebook, or I would have never known this. A year ago yesterday, or no, 4 years ago yesterday, I had 1,000 subscribers. I remember taking that screenshot.
Yeah. So in 4 years, you went from 1,000
to 21,000.
To 21,000.
Yeah,
Johnny,
I was
what's
really
wrong
proud.
with you?
I was really proud. In fact, the video that went live that day was Assembling Dad's 426 Hemi Part 1, 1,400 views, and that was at 12:53 p.m. Hit 1,000 subscribers, and I was like, "Holy crap!" And I remember screenshotting that on my own phone. And if I could show it on here, oh fuck, kind of. Oh, no, maybe. Yeah, it was super fucking cool.
I thought you had been doing YouTube a lot longer than that.
Well, had been, but that was like, I did it up the other night. Automotive content was like, started the channel. I opened the channel account in like 2007. I mostly used it to watch stuff, and then we had high school friends who did a bunch of stupid skits that, thank God, aren't public anymore. Yeah.
Well, that's like Rodder there. He says, I haven't watched TV in 4 or 5 years, not even local news. There's a guy, and Tony shouted him out, and I don't know how many people are watching this, but I'll shout him out. For weather, there's a guy on YouTube. His channel is Ryan Hall, y'all. Is the name of the channel. This dude is all about the weather. I mean, he's got a room that has monitors all over it. And like if there's like a tornado coming through, a bad storm coming through, you think I go long. This dude has gone 20 hours live, and he just sits there and talks, and he's just into this shit. He's got storm chasers that feed him. He can go live feeds with storm chasers and shit.
Wow.
But it's really cool. I stopped looking at the local weather. He does a video every day and puts up what the weather's going to be everywhere. I just watch that shit.
Interesting. Yeah, there's a lot of opportunities right now. I'm glad we're all doing it right now, like this right now, because we're on the forefront of something big. I feel.
I think we are too.
It's right there.
I mean,
I think actually, and oh God, I don't want to say what is that? What did Dan Stevenson put up? Jed, you gotta learn how to draw that.
What?
Anyway.
Say what now?
Look in chat. Dean Stevenson.
Uh-huh.
Look at his thing. Anyway.
I'm trying to see his thing. It's too small.
That's what she said.
Oh, the little emoji holding.
Yeah, the emoji. What is that?
Holding money up?
No, I don't see money. Never mind.
Stuff.
Are you talking about this, Brian?
That one.
Oh.
Oh. Don't look shocked, Jed.
Oh.
If you guys could come in, if I allowed everybody to come into my Discord, you would not believe. I can't.
Be holding that $5 up. I like money.
No, but
I don't share fucked up stuff in Discord. What are you?
One of these days, I'm going to start bringing stuff in. I was saying something, but the dick thing threw me off.
I just said I don't share fucked up shit in Discord. I just opened it. There's that picture, that gif from Dodgeball with Ben Stiller when he's at the end of the movie and he's sitting there playing with the cement titties. I gotta tell you, Chris. You want a fun fact for the day?
Yes.
Okay, we're 3 hours and some odd minutes, and this is perfectly okay.
When we start looking at the time, that's when Chris knows it's going to get fucking weird.
I just got it. This is just for the world to know. Did you know the human anus can stretch up to 7 inches before taking damage? A raccoon could squeeze into holes as tight as 4 inches, meaning you could almost take 2 full raccoons up your anus.
That's kind of hard for me to fathom.
The more you know.
Yeah, that's
I don't believe it. I want proof.
I mean, you can try. Good luck.
Go find a couple of raccoons. You can get all the proof you want.
I didn't say I wanted to try it. I said I wanted to watch
this
channel and see it proved out.
Just take a couple of cans of Friskies, scoop it out, just shove it right in, and just those raccoons will be after it.
That gives Trash Panda a whole new meaning.
Oh, sorry, everybody in chat. Sorry. Yeah. You can all unsubscribe from me now.
Yeah.
Jed Scott, ladies and gentlemen.
Jed Scott. That's what. Did you? Oh, you guys didn't see that live with what was it? John Cope. It was so funny because Jed came in and he was talking about.
Oh my God! Hang on, before you say anything else, Anna, my girlfriend, was sitting right next to me, and I was getting ready to go put steaks on the grill with Dad, and I was like, I don't really have time to hop in a live, and I was like, fuck it, I'm in John Cope's doing. I like this guy, so I typed in there. I was like, what's up, everybody? And then Brian, you can continue.
John Cope started talking about Jed. He's like, oh, I love his channel. He said he's like Uncle Jesse. And then we're talking a little bit more, and later on, he's like, says that again about Jed. He's like, Uncle Jesse. He goes, he saw my name in there. He goes, unless he's on one of your lives, then he turns into Andrew Dice Clay.
What was weird for me is he went on this, like, it was like 30 seconds, just like loving on me. He almost.
Oh yeah, he was all about your channel. He loves your shit.
He kind of fanboyed on me. It was a little weird. I was like, this is the killer name in automatic transmission world, and I was kind of like, you see that, Anna? I am a big deal on the internet. This man just stroked my ego hardcore.
Yeah, about the 7-inch anal stretch too.
No, yeah, you didn't tell John Cope about the fucking raccoon. Oh shit!
That's funny. 2 raccoons. Oh,
you start doing that.
Well, fellas, I'm gonna bow out.
Yeah. You know what? That's a wrap, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
The raccoons did it, didn't they?
The raccoons did it.
The raccoons. It was just a little too far.
All 2 of them. All 2 of them.
It's 2.
Well, wait, there's more. What about 3 raccoons?
Well, 3 baby. Oh, what about baby raccoons? That might be weird.
No, that's you're getting into raccoon molestation there. You know, the raccoons have to be of age, Jed.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately, now this live will disappear into the depths of YouTube and never be heard or seen from again.
Just crop this last 20 minutes off of you.
I'll actually put a disclaimer in the podcast, like, all right, folks, this is where it gets really fucking weird. So.
That's what I always like. Well, hell, who's gonna watch a 3-hour live stream?
Oh, there's freaks that will. There's freaks that wait for the weird hour,
Those
dude.
freaks deserve this.
They fast forward until they hear one person say something about a dick, and they're like, "Oh, stop right there, up, play."
Hey, I am trying to be well behaved in these lives. I try. Okay,
I don't think you should.
As long as we get 1 or 2 good clean hours.
Yeah,
clean hours. Then I really don't care, to be honest.
That's what I shoot for. I shoot for 1 or 2 good clean hours, and then it's just like, go on, guys.
Yeah. Now that I'm not chief donut maker, I don't have to worry about that.
Well, it is 2 a.m. here in Kansas, so
there's that. 2 a.m. in Arkansas.
He said it. He said it.
Arkansas. Don't give Brian any fuel.
No, I hated that. Anyway.
All right,
I
guys.
guess you're gonna
promote your stuff if you want to right now. Go.
No, I can't. It's too late.
Okay, you've got
Johnny Mopar on
Johnny
YouTube.
Mopar. Everybody.
Yes.
Let's see.
Johnny Mopar.
Dust Devil Garage.
Leighton Welding. And of course,
backwards here.
The infamous Jed Scott from Scott's Speed Shop.
No.
Yeah.
Nobody subscribed to me.
Yes, everybody.
If you are subscribed to Jed, unsubscribe.
Oh wait, hold on. We got to see what you hit. What did you hit for subscribers?
I probably have less now. They're like, this guy. What kind of shit is this? What do we subscribe?
No, you need 9 right now. You need 9.
Are you serious?
Subscribers? Yeah.
Oh my god.
You'll have it. Wow. You'll have it by the morning.
We shall see.
All you gotta do is buy a part from me, and I give you a shout out, and you'll have like 20 billion.
No, it doesn't work like that. 20, 30 at a time is what I've been getting.
I don't even know what I do with all that money, Jed.
I wouldn't know either.
Maybe I'd be able to say things like, yeah, I could put 2 426 Hemis together if I just threw some of these parts that I got laying around.
I can put 2 426 Hemis together. And by the way, this fact about raccoons?
You know how many people probably go to Jed's channel just by hearing him say shit like that? Like, who the fuck is this guy? And they're like, this guy has 2 Hemis just laying around.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
He's working out of a 2-car garage? What the fuck?
Jezebel? That's offensive.
It's offensive. I'm surprised that hasn't been brought up, but
I love it. I can't wait. God, I hope it's at Sykeston.
It will be. Unless
yes.
Blow it up.
Yes. All right. Just for you, Jed, I will send that 318 to the moon just so that, because I know if I was to race Jed, then many cameras will want to see me get stomped. So I will throw everything I have at that 318 just to oil down that fucking track.
Well, I'm starting to think there's not going to be much racing there. There's going to be a lot of oil downs on that track.
I'm expecting to get like 1 pass. That's all I really care about.
Same.
It's going to go from a prep track to a no prep track really quick.
Yeah.
I'm thinking we just need to get all of the oil swept off the track so I can use it to rub down Jezebel so that way she doesn't rust.
Rust more.
I think, honestly, I think what you're going to see is you're going to see everybody having a good time and lots of call outs happening. It's
going to be a blast.
There's going to be a few people who just don't leave the line. They'll make a run and then they'll go right back up and make another run. And you have people like me and Jed are like, what? Oh, you want us to make a run? Okay.
I said it in Wilburn's podcast or on his live that I wanted to be the first person to ever live stream a podcast while going down the drag strip in the middle of a race.
You could do it.
I don't think anybody's ever done that before.
Wow.
So, I've seen it.
Who? What podcast?
I don't know the guy's name. It was a newer challenger. I saw he was doing a live and he had a.
Was it a podcast?
No, it wasn't a podcast.
Well, then shut your mouth, Johnny.
It was a newer challenger. Those cars don't count anyway.
Yeah, those cars don't count.
Okay.
Johnny tried to take the wind out of my sails right there. That son of a bitch. Wow, Johnny. Wow.
That's your teammate too.
I know you guys didn't see the rejection. He gave me the worst rejection ever. I felt like this big. I felt like a piece of shit. Johnny's like, I wouldn't. That sounds like a horrible trip to join you on a road trip to Sikeston. Sounds like the worst thing ever.
All right, tell him your plan. Tell him your plan. You can't just tell him that part. Okay. You got to tell him the whole plan.
I said, Johnny, I really need a co-pilot desperately.
Yep.
I will fly you from California up to Washington. All expenses paid. Then we go to Sikeston. We drive back together, and I will fly you back home. I would even put him in business class, not first class, Johnny. Sorry.
Okay, he left all that out. He left all the expenses paid shit out. But
no, I did not. No, I did not. I will go into the chat.
You said you would fly me out there. You didn't say anything about all expenses paid, but okay.
If I fly you out, what does that mean? That means I'm flying you out.
All expenses paid means I don't know. It might be hookers.
Oh yeah.
I'll cover the blow. The hookers is on you.
Strip clubs now. I am in the strip club capital.
Oh, we will be in Missouri. I'm sure we can get you some hookers though for a pretty good deal.
Most of them have teeth like mine, but okay.
I got a $20 bill I can loan you.
I want my change back though.
But regardless, Johnny rejected me harder than I've ever been rejected in my life, and I've been rejected quite a bit. So there's that.
Did he say no? That sounds stupid.
I said I don't like to let a homie down, but that sounds like a horrible trip. I didn't want to do it.
Exactly.
I hate flying.
What he said was super dick. He said, I don't want to let a homie down, blah, 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 but I will right now. Like, okay. All right. Thanks, Johnny. You could have just said, nah, man, I'm good. That would have been fine.
No, don't worry. Ouch. Fly me out and I'll hold his hand on the flight.
I will
I'll do it now,
Johnny.
Get on the airplane, take you some Dramamine. It'll knock you out. You'll wake up like, where am I at?
No, I have visions of sitting next to somebody like Jed being knocked out. Not gonna happen. I'm gonna be.
It's not like I've always got a pen on my person or a Sharpie.
Yeah.
Or Johnny will wake up and be like, I don't remember eating any yogurt. What's happening here?
Johnny, I will say this, and yeah, you have your reasons, but I think you are missing out on a big opportunity to grow your channel.
I agree.
Just let that sink in.
Brian's
okay.
You know what? Everybody has been very, very super supportive and trying to get me to go. And like, I can't even tell you, like Ruben and Richard bending over back. Richard actually.
We all want to hang out with Johnny fucking Mopar.
Yeah.
Yeah, but man, I can't. Well,
what is it, Johnny? Does the wife not want you to go? Just say it. We'll accept that. But you just saying, I don't feel like going, John, that's some prima donna shit. Okay.
No.
Just tell us that she wears the pants. It'll be okay.
Blake,
no, if I'm telling you, if the money from YouTube was there, I would do this. I don't want to.
You need to try to fix your YouTube channel first.
I will start a GoFundMe.
A GoFundMe.
Just to get Johnny Mopar out there. I'll start a GoFundMe with the raffle item being something I'll steal from Johnny's house.
A charger.
Yeah.
A charger. Yeah. It's not like he ain't got enough of them.
Right.
We'll call it Colonel Chaos.
There we go. That's actually a good name.
I'm here all day. You know what I'm saying? That's what if you do get your revenge on General Mayhem, Johnny, you better be Colonel Chaos.
Colonel Chaos.
I would love to see you build something and run that car.
That would be awesome.
And run that car and just fucking stomp
That's it.
him in the fucking dirt.
Call out Freiburger.
Yeah.
The No-Name Nationals.
May happen someday. We'll see. We'll see.
Something tells me that Johnny will be at No Name. I don't know.
I hope, but
I know how we'll get him out there. I just can't say it while he's in the same room. We'll just slip him a sleepy pill and go to
Throw me in the trunk of a car.
Yeah.
C body.
Fucking roofie his ass.
Because I know we're gonna hear it. I know I'm gonna hear it. Where's Johnny Mopar at? I'm gonna go. If I hear that one more fucking time here in Sykeston, I'll take video of everybody that says it, and I'm like, see, I don't know.
Yeah, I would.
We'll just have some duplicates of people like me. We'll just put a wig on and a fake mustache.
Where's Johnny Mopar?
We'll get a cardboard cutout of Johnny Mopar. That's it.
Yeah. Oh, he's over there.
Oh,
yeah. That's not a bad idea.
We'll put him right at the tree with his arms up, but like in a mankini. Like he should have came to Sykeston. Now you're getting clowned, Johnny. What the fuck?
Yeah. Ruben's Photoshop skills are
They're pretty good.
Do that.
Oh, can you imagine? Like we charge like 50 cents and you get to take a photo next to it. I just imagine what some of the sick minds of YouTube can do to that cardboard cutout.
And then all the money we raise we'll send to Johnny for No Name Nationals 2023.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm showing up this year, damn it.
If you're gonna be dry humping my cardboard cutout, we just gotta dry hump me.
Yeah.
On that note, have a nice night, everybody. We'll see you next time.
See you later.